Stella! Oh, we started just on time.
Excellent, and I'm recording now. So whoever wants to do recap.
Well, Sarah, are you here?
Oh.
Oh.
Moss.
Hello?
Hello.
Moss.
Hello.
Well, since Sarah's here, actually, before we do recap, I'm going to slip something in under the wire, which is Joe and I have an announcement.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh?
We're engaged.
Oh, that's great!
Yay!
Congratulations!
Congratulations!
Oh, wow.
Oh.
That's awfully
I
gay of you,
proposed
guys.
last night, and yes, it was incredibly sappy and gay, as you'll have
Oh.
Fucking gay,
Oh.
you guys.
I'm
Oh
so
my god.
happy. Oh my gosh. Yay.
Congratulations.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Just the ultimate gay. I'm so happy.
We are coming up on almost 2 years together, and we figured, we've been talking about it for a while, and it would just kind of happen, so...
Like that.
Gay.
Hmm.
And a surprise to both.
Joe asked.
And I'm going to be getting Parker a bitch-ass knife as a...
Oh fuck
Yeah.
yeah. Engagement night.
Yay.
Of course.
Yes.
An engagement knife. Hell yeah.
Just when I thought it couldn't get any gayer.
Yay.
The way to make it gayer is if it were a sword, but I definitely cannot afford a sword.
No.
That's
Yay.
fair.
Make a foam sword.
Gay.
So, that's that.
Yay.
Josh has already been informed, by the way. They aren't missing out.
Cool. Yeah.
Alright.
When they
Yeah,
let us know they couldn't make it, we texted them, so...
Gotcha.
Him. They, it's...
Collective.
So, yeah, that's where we're at.
Awesome.
Gay.
It is.
Anyway. Amy, take away recap.
Okay. So, we started in the super creepy underground carnival called the New Jester with the super creepy Kuatoa, Hara and his goons in cages, which is where they should stay for all of time, and a totally kooky, probably completely out of his mind Baxter with his crab claws and everything else. Alex, I think, got blamed for spinning the Wheel of Fortune. Windhowler went crazy, and we started the session proper with a fight against Windhowler. Parker proceeded to roll pretty much nothing but natural 1s or 20s for the first kind of 15 minutes of session.
Yep.
I have that underlined 3 times. Ix tried to kill Windhowler. Nagy knocked him unconscious because Nagy is a better person than Ix. And Baxter was revealed to be the Troop Luke do. Julius robbed Edgar of everything he had, his money, his loot, his rapier, and his condoms.
Yep.
And then we had a whole conversation with Baxter, which I just kind of have a lot of kind of ellipses instead of notes for that section. But he did say he would open the way to the freak show, wherein we kind of headed in. Everything was creepy. There were loads of wanted posters, which I didn't write down what was on those, but there was somebody or something probably Tatshiba, hanging from the ceiling with a sign saying, "Go fishing for gods in Strade's Gallows and hook a demon instead." And if that wasn't creepy enough, then the whole cavern turned into a misty, beautiful forest, wherein we could hear the sound of a child crying, which apparently was Irene's turn to be tortured, because she rushed off and we found a small gnome child, which Irene referred to as Leon, saying, "Why did you let me down?" At which point I have the first WTF in my notes of the evening. I'm amazed it took me that long. There was a screaming from off to one side, and Ix recognized a young woman dying with a kind of slit throat who called out to Ix as Naomi. There was an older furbolg said to Alex that he didn't give her a choice other than to be kicked out. Then a crossbow bolt hit a tree beside Julius, and a half-elf accused Julius of being a traitor who left them to die. And then we moved on. My notes are very quick at this point because I was traumatized. To Asta with a human man. I'm not quite sure what he called Asta, but it didn't sound like Asta, and I have lots of question marks in my notes. And he said, "Come home, son. Your dad misses you." I think.
Come
and
on,
then there was,
son, your
I
dad
think
misses
he
you.
called
I
that-
miss you.
Called Aster Astra.
That's what I
Astra.
have in my notes with a question mark.
Give me a second. I will write the
Astrea.
spellings up.
Excellent. Nagi was next to be tormented with a woman who said she wouldn't be looking for Nagi and never meant to be a mother and was generally just nasty to Nagi. And then there was a hag in the center of a forest who Nin referred to as mum, who was talking of Nin is a waste of time and effort, and this thing about how she didn't understand why women came to hags to try and get rid of their kids, and everybody kind of immediately kind of was ready to fight. Trees disappeared, leaving stone walls of a narrow cavern. We were trapped in, exit blocked by a vague thing. I have my second WTF underlined 4 times of the night. Vaguely female, kind of half Rosalind, half gibbering mouther, at which point we all took 19 damage, and amazingly nobody died, which, was nice. Presumably from having seen the illusions and believed it to a certain extent, which caused psychic damage. Ix was knocked unconscious for the first time. Half the group was frightened. Ix went down. Nagi knocked the woman Nagi knocked the woman unconscious. Julius finished the creature off. They both saved Ix. I have that underlined.
Aw.
Ix kind of happened to revert to her naturally grey self. And promptly denied it completely and moved on and didn't want to talk about it when we came back to consciousness. We then headed back to Baxter in the cavern, and the cavern was starting to collapse, which he blamed on the other one, saying that the other one seemed angry. Asa says, fuck, she wasn't dead. I assumed she meant Sheba, but he didn't.
You meant Margot.
Yeah, I didn't realise that until much later. Julius grabbed the watch out of the cages because Julius is a better person than Ix, who was going to leave them there to be crushed.
No, Julius is not a better person. Julius knew that making them live with their crimes and being arrested and shamed was the worst fate than death.
Yeah, well, Ix would have just left them to be crushed to death. Then we all jumped into the roller coaster to escape, which is quite possibly the best and most bonkers way that I've ever got out of a situation in D&D, and it was brilliant. But we all made it to the surface to find that the town was on fire, and floating over the town was a woman, a hag, in burial clothes with iron chains. Not the face of the wanted posters, but Asta called it as being Margot. So we headed in to fight her with half health and minimal spell slots. I have that underlined and highlighted because I think I was pretty upset about that. But we headed in, and Shay joined the fight to help protect us. I started, for some reason, doing trigonometry to figure out how far away Margot was for the arrows that I was shooting. I literally have a trig triangle drawn in my notes. I will send a picture of that in a moment. I then wrote, Margot casts Insect Plague. It's super effective. Ix is down again. Ix went unconscious for the second time. Granny came in and saved us with the magic missiles, causing Margot to lose concentration. The insects disappeared, and Ix natural 20 to death save, which I think is the first time I have ever done all that. Granny came in again with the magic missiles, and I think possibly finished her off with those. My notes get a little bit scrappy at that point. The posh part of town, including the Corelio estate, was totally destroyed in the fires. I really don't think I was that fussed about that. Ix kind of sat there breathing while everybody else actually tried to put fires out. Everyone gathered in the town square. Lee Soto kind of talked to the group. He paid us. He said, thanks for everything, that he's going to stick around and help rebuild the town. Baxter and the Kuatoa decided to set up the, I assume, the Jester again outside the town. The Watch were arrested. The song stopped at some point during the night when we were all putting the fires out and gaining a point of exhaustion. And then Ixalia was incredibly happy because the Kuatoa spotted Shay and decided to make her the new Floop Dougal, and Ix loses all her benefits. Shay appeared healed, losing all the damage and the haggishness to her skin. And then I just have get paid, quick exit, run away. And that is the end of my notes.
Amazing recap.
Take a point of inspiration.
Thank you.
One quick question, Amy. You highlight your notes?
I had literally a pen and a highlighter. I was exceptionally upset about that point.
Oh my
And
god.
sometimes I think this is needed.
That's good for you.
Hang on, I'm taking a photo. I was literally doing maths.
We made ourselves scarce so that we didn't have to do interviews with the Corellios.
Yeah, pretty
because
much.
Almost everyone is a shady bastard.
Yep.
Nagi has never done anything shady in her life.
I would
Oh,
believe
she-
you.
Okay.
Nagi
She
is the
hasn't
only one.
Good start.
Yeah, she's on to a good start. So
You all flee. I'm going to use the word flee.
We run away.
That seems
Ash-
harsh.
The ashen ruins of Strays Gallows in the early morning. Not early morning, mid-morning. Back out towards the Splinter Road, as that is the only official path out of town. Exhausted, covered in ash, but a lot richer. And relatively unscathed, mostly, looking at Ixalia, who's probably coughing up blood at one hit point.
1 hit point, folks.
We got a short rest at some point, right?
Nope.
No, we short rested before the fight. I forgot to mention the short rest. Oh no, we short rested.
We short rested after. I know we short rested after the fight because
We
I
did
know I
short
used hit
rest
dice after the fight.
Yeah, I got my
Yeah,
spell
we
back.
did.
Oh, that's
why
why
I'm
I'm
back up to 39.
that's my full
Okay.
health.
Okay,
Yeah.
well then I'd be at full health then.
Anyway, sorry about that.
It's all
Um,
good.
And you head off back into the swamp. You can see where the fires kind of reach to the edge of the swamp on the side of the Splinter Road. And a good swath of it is kind of burned and cleared, but not in like a devastating way. And some of the inherent wetness of the land kept it from destroying too much of the ecosystem. And in fact, it looks probably just as it would for a controlled burn. The land here will grow back okay. And you head further into the swamp. You are I'm gonna turn Ichikasi off now. You are unaccosted for the first day of travel. Probably a good thing considering how tired all of you are.
Yeah.
And just as the sun is starting to set, you find that place along the Splinter Road where is sort of cleared out for travelers. Sort of the average, like a 1 day marker along a road that is traveled relatively well enough. You find that little sort of. What'd you say? Oh, it was an echo.
Yep.
You find that sort of cleared out, reinforced section of dirt as the sun is starting to set.
Should we make camp then?
Yes. I think that would be a good idea.
Tired.
I hate
Yes.
the mud in my boots. I hope I never have to walk this plane again.
Would you like me to clean it up, dear?
I mean, there's really no use. They're gonna get.
Granny does it anyway.
Ah, you're doing it. Okay.
It's really no trouble, dear.
Thanks.
Nagi, between mold earth and shape water, Nagi puts more mud back on Julius. I'm kidding.
Nagi, this is not my favorite terrain. Please don't.
Okay.
Just, like, starts taking his boots.
Alex is very dutifully going around and setting up camp.
Yeah.
Nagi's gonna start putting up her tent.
Oh, wait! Irene can do tiny hut now.
Oh.
Irene's before you start putting up your tent. Irene's gonna be like, you know what? I think it might be a nice time for a bit of a change of scenery, don't you think, dearies? And then once again, just like when she summoned Snowball, she's not going to acknowledge that she's actually casting a spell. She's just going to wander around admiring the scenery for a while, for like, I think 10 minutes is the ritual. And not provide any other context until the orb springs up where she was walking around. This should keep us nice and secure, I think. And it's climate controlled.
Oh,
Could
what's
you do that
this?
the
Nagi.
whole time?
What now, dearie?
Could you do that the whole time?
Oh, no, I just thought it might be a fun thing to try, and I'm terribly glad it worked. Otherwise, I would have looked like quite a fool.
Nagi's just poking at the bubble, sticking her head in, pulling it out, sticking her head in, pulling it out. Like, this is neat.
Yes, dear.
What spell school of magic is Tiny Hut again?
Fuck if I know. Evocation.
Evocation, thank you. So, are you choosing to disguise the hut, or specifically choosing to make the hut a color?
I think it'll be generally swamp colored, so that from a distance it will be sort of not super noticeable, just because I don't want to attract any, fluke doogles or any shit like that while we're still in the swamp. So it's generally swamp blendy shades.
So from the outside of this hut, it's sort of swamp and sort of dark and muddy and dark green moss color and algae and just it's a little too perfectly round to have just been a large rock or some shit and a bit too perfectly dome structured, but like perhaps broken up by trees it'll look okay. It's not perfect, but it's there. From the inside of the hut, however, underneath the sort of dark green and browns of the camouflage, the magic that makes up the dome is of a swirled two-color type of pattern. One, the more prominent color is a sort of it's a bright sort of almost like ice blue color, and then underneath of it is a sort of more indigo kind of purple, one that you'd recognize from other spells Irene has cast. But it's mostly that ice blue.
Interesting.
It's very pretty and nice and creates a little bit of light.
Can you put stars on the ceiling?
Well, of course I can put stars on the ceiling, dear, and I minor illusion some stars on the ceiling.
There are some stars on the ceiling.
And they swirl around and have little patterns in them.
Oh, that's pretty.
Thank you, dearie.
Julius will I guess thaumaturgy, like the sound of like a shooting star, not like really loud, but just like the night, kind of like a night sounds, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
Ambiance.
This is really neat, Granny. Nagi says that she just pulls out her bedroll and starts curling up on it.
You go to sleep, dearie. You've had a long day.
I mean, does this mean that we don't need a watch tonight?
Well, it'll last for, a good long while, and nothing can get into it through the walls unless I say it can, so...
Alex speaks up and goes, still probably safe to have at least someone looking out.
It would be safest, but I don't think we need to work in pairs, so only a few of us should have to watch.
Nagi just mumbles, wake me up in like 6 hours to watch.
You go to sleep, dear. I'm happy to watch first. Everybody else can get some sleep, but I'd best make sure... This is the first time I've done this, so I'd best make sure nothing is too shaky in the first few hours.
Much appreciated, Donna.
Alright.
Thank you, Granny.
You're welcome, dears.
Just wake us up if you see anything strange.
Of course,
we're
dear.
in a swamp, so everything's a little strange, but yeah.
Well, not to the people in the swamp.
I don't know. I feel like they'd probably agree it's strange too, probably.
Well, I'll let you know if I see any giant crocodiles with claws and eye stalks, dear.
Yeah.
Less of the aspects, please. I need to sleep, not nightmares.
Sorry.
So who's on first watch?
Irene's on first watch.
Okay. Make me a perception check.
All right, I might, if I can click to the right part of my sheet. There we go.
Bitch, I might.
Bitch, I might. Perception.
Oh no.
Oh,
Irene, for the love of God.
Irene, you kind of sit yourself at the edge of the swamp, and not the swamp, the hut, and you can see through the hut despite the colors. It's still fairly translucent. There's some trees, crickets.
Wait, can I get advantage because of Snowball?
Sure.
It's really okay. I don't actually need
Go
to
for
do
it.
that. But okay. Yeah, that's fucking typical, isn't it?
Snowball
Oh
gets
my god.
It's been a long day. It's been a
Snowball-
long
Exact
day.
same shit.
so Snowball gets distracted by a bug, and you get distracted by your scrapbook.
Yes, I do. I do get distracted by my scrapbook. That's Yes.
Snowball does that thing of when they see prey outside of a window and they start chirping.
yes.
But nothing happens.
Great. Good, because I rolled a fucking 7 twice.
Who's on second?
Oh, you right?
Who's on first?
No, I said Nagi said to wake her up in 6 hours, so that would be like third watch.
Yeah.
Oh,
Mhm.
okay.
Aster will take Lost Watch with Nagi.
I mean, Julius
Okay.
would probably have taken second.
Yeah, Irene can wake up Julius.
All right,
as long as she is allowed to.
Julius. Roll me a perception check.
All right. Perception, my guy. Oh god, his are so bad. 3.
Just when you thought it couldn't get any worse.
Yeah.
Julius, you kind of take over for Irene, and it's not too long before sort of the swirling patterns of the blues kind of catch your eye. You find yourself sort of tracing the lines of where they like meet and like making patterns, and you find like a face at one point, and that's cool.
Partway through this, I think Julius, like a couple minutes into his watch, because I think this is probably why the perception is so bad.
Mhm.
He is going to wake up Exalia.
Rude. Fucking rude.
Hey, gotta find alone time somehow.
Okay.
I don't like those implications.
Can I make a perception check as he tries to wake up Ix?
Sure.
Presumably with disadvantage because they're asleep.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I would say Ix is probably going to come up swinging.
All this keeps happening.
Julius every time he tries to wake someone up.
Roll
Ix had a
attack.
bad day.
Roll an unarmed attack, Exalia.
Oh, I don't know that I have an unarmed attack handy. I don't have it.
You're
set up.
gonna
I
hit
don't
me, I
have
have a feeling.
50 plus strength.
it set up.
Um,
Her strength is crap anyway, so.
Yeah, you hit me.
Or not.
Oof.
You fucking come up and you clock Julius in the jaw.
He like holds his mouth and he's like, "Are you fucking serious right now?"
After the day we have all had, what the fuck do you expect? I'm sorry and all that shit. Did I hurt you?
obviously.
I can't have hit you that hard.
You took
Suck
1
it
point
up.
of damage.
Suck it up.
Julius
Suck
just
it
gives
up.
you the finger. I was trying to be civil. I have a question for you.
Woke me up in the middle of the fucking night to ask me. It couldn't wait until tomorrow?
No, because it's probably prying ears.
There's always prying ears in this group. How do you know there's not prying ears going on now?
Well, Well, they want to sleep, they'll have to stay the fuck asleep.
Okay, I'll bite. Questions about what?
He just kind of like wipes a little bit of the blood off his mouth. Hold on a sec. Sorry for the crinkles. And he is going to kind of like cross his arms a little bit. He says, "So that thing we saw in that weird mist."
What about it?
A friend had some interesting markings.
Did she? I didn't notice. I was too busy panicking over the blood and the dying.
Hold on a minute. What are they called again? Hold on. I'm trying to find my notes now. My phone is missing. Oh, there it is. What are they called? Hold on. No, that's not where my notes are. What the heck are you doing? Here we go. He just kind of uncrosses his arms. And says, "The Black Devils aren't the sort you want to consort with. What do you know about them?"
Know about them. This is a new one to me. Never heard of them.
Insight check, bitch!
Roll an insight. Ixalia, roll me a deception or persuasion whispered.
At disadvantage for both of you, I think, because the thingy is still active. The exhaustion is still.
I'm letting it roll. It just.
Fair enough.
I don't know how to whisper it. Oh, hang on.
Slash GM roll.
Yeah, I've got it. There's a little tab at the top of the.
I rolled 17 on insight.
Ixalia is hard to read.
Fuck. He just kind of crosses his arms again. Gives you a once-over. Their sort nearly got me killed.
Well, if you're assuming they were involved in whatever the fuck that was back there, they got someone I cared about killed, so I'm not quite sure what your problem is with me right now, Lector.
Don't necessarily have a problem with you, but anyone who's around those sorts aren't to be trusted.
Well, I'd say after the little clusterfuck of yesterday, I'd say we all have things to concern ourselves and our friends in our past.
He just shrugs a little bit.
We all saw what everyone else was seeing, Lector.
He just smirks a little bit. Either way.
Can I go the fuck back to sleep now? I'm tired. I ache. I feel like my entire body is one giant bruise. I had eye stalks up until yesterday. Can I please go the fuck to sleep?
Sure. Don't let me tell you what to do.
Unless I shan't. And she wraps herself back in her bedroll.
I love her.
I'm literally doing a little dance in my seat, knowing Ixalia's backstory.
She's so valid.
Julius just kind of watches her for a minute, and then just goes back to like half-heartedly staring at the bubble.
You get very lost in your thoughts and staring at that little blue face in the wall. Memories and theories swirling in your head.
He just mutters something to himself.
Your watch passes without incident.
Excellent. Blissful ignorance. He will wake up Nagi then.
Nagi is startled and he goes "Ah!" and throws a punch.
He gets smacked by a door. He gets punched by Exalia.
Okay.
I feel grabbed by after that one time.
Can it not be a full unarmed strike? Can it be like a small one so it doesn't do that much damage?
Yeah, it's only 1 bludgeoning damage.
Jesus Christ!
Hags! Oh no, wait. There's no more hags. Hi, Julius.
You get clocked on the other side of your face in the same spot.
He just like rubs his face. He's like, it's twice tonight. Twice. Ow.
Then maybe you should get better at waking people up.
Maybe you should get better at waking up. Watch.
I'll punch you again. Oh, okay.
He just like grumbles and like huffs and lays down, just like
sorry,
his coat over his head.
Did Aster indicate that they want to be woken up before?
Yeah.
Okay, then Nagi will wake Aster up.
He does not swing. Also, give me a second. I have something to send. It would technically need another update, but I don't care. I'm just gonna do it as. Okay, memes.
God, it's a harp on Julius Day, isn't it? Bastard man.
I feel like this is going to become a pattern.
Probably.
Julius can and will ditch you all.
Will he?
Julius really needs to get used to waking people up by shaking their fucking ankles.
Next time he'll wake you guys up with knives.
Or, use thaumaturgy.
Or like use a stick or
everybody.
something.
Little mama, let me whisper
Or just wake up Granny.
What?
Anyway.
Just wake up Granny. Just go before Granny and watch, and then you'll only ever have to wake her up, and she won't have a violent fucking reaction.
Yeah, y'all are just traumatized. We get it.
Aster wakes up and so good news, you're probably safe. Bad news, you do need to do part of the report straights.
Does that mean paperwork?
That means paperwork. I'm sorry. He is not sorry, you can tell.
You aren't sorry, I can tell. Okay.
Up from the dot shit onward. I won't make you do the rest. You won't.
But the dart shit onward was everything. Okay.
Aster kind of reaches into his bag and pulls out a much larger stack of paper than you would might fit into the bag with all of his other things he carries.
He sort of flicks through and I think hands you about 3 pages. You won't have to do all of that. It's kind of broken up. I'll do the rest.
He has a bag of holding, but it's only full of paperwork.
Okay.
He might.
Pretty much, actually.
Nagi will pout and pull out Sorry. Nagi will pout and pull out like a quill. We use quills, right? And then
there are quills, there are pens, and then there are some wooden pencil writing sticks.
Oh, okay. Well, yeah, she'll pull out like a pen then and start writing.
I'm going to be nice and say that you don't have to use fucking calligraphy brushes.
Excellent.
Yeah, if we had to fill these with calligraphy brushes, it would be just no, we're not doing this.
I'm gonna say this world's a little bit advanced enough to be to go. Maybe pens are valid.
It's not. Wait, let me do an impulse check. That would be a wisdom, I think.
Mhm.
Oh no.
Oh, okay. She doesn't do it then. She's gonna start doodling along the margins. But she doesn't.
God, she's valid.
So much. Or Nagi, god dang it.
For the first couple of pages, Nagi, it's fairly just filling out like a form. Like it's just like question, fill in the blank, question, fill in the blank, and then the last page you turn to it, and it's just one question at the top and a blank page.
Oh no. Ah.
It's the essay portion of the
Oh God, the worst.
Nagi will be as thorough as possible.
Nice. When you're done, you look over and Aster is fucking tearing through paperwork like he's been doing it for a million years and basically has the shit memorized.
Yeah.
Just on autopilot.
Mhm.
Pretty much.
And by the time the two of you get finished, he just kind of slips it right back into his bag.
Yeah, I as Joe. What's Nagi's last name again?
Let me see. I have it. Yeah, Yoshie.
Yoshie, sorry.
Yeah. Parker, I'm just gonna PM you what he would have signed off his report with.
Aster, you put your shit back into your bag and then it vanishes like normal.
Yep.
And that's third watch.
Okay. And who it should be last watch? Is that last watch or?
There will be a fourth watch, yes.
Okay. Who indicated that she'll probably wake up Alex then?
Alex can do
Can
it.
I get spelling for Nagi's last name quickly?
Yeah.
Thank you.
Alex vibes for a couple of hours and then wakes everyone up.
Okay.
Julius nurses his tender nose.
You.
Unless anyone has anything specifically more in terms of interactions with the rest of the party, I'm going to say we can just kind of skip till y'all get back to town.
Sounds good.
Yeah, sure.
So a couple more days pass. It takes you 3 days again to get back to Joxenum. And when you do, you roll up to town mid-afternoon. It is just as bustling and as busy as it was when you left.
Hopefully for different reasons.
We also recover our exhaustion, right?
Yes, no more exhaustion. You're all good.
Yay! Woohoo!
Take your long rests as well. As you come up into town, you can see the established part of town as it is built up on beside sort of on top of the road, like a couple of main streets. And it is God, I'm losing fucking words. The couple of inns, the majority of buildings there are, inns and taverns, but there is sort of small market district. And then out on the other side of one of the rivers, there is, in fact, a large, empty field in which you can see lots and lots of tents set up. This seems to be the other part of town where people tend to stay. The sort of open field where you can stay for free, but you do have to sleep on the ground.
And we only got one night in a bed in Straits, so...
Beds.
Yeah, I don't know about anyone else,
Sure
but
take
Ash is
room.
going to vote for trying to get an in right.
Yeah.
I really like
Talia
that
is
he's
backing
got
him up with that.
crunchy bones.
Yeah.
Ash is curious about how the sort of reconstruction after the fire that happened.
The Hot Springs Tavern is, as you walk past where it stood on Main Street, it is not rebuilt yet. It seems to be that since you've been gone, the about week and a half to 2 weeks you've been gone, they've cleared out the rubble, and you can see where they have relaid the floorboards over the basement.
Okay.
And they're starting, and there is construction, there's active construction, where I need to put the city scape on repeat. You can see where they're starting to sort of build up the baseboards for the side.
Okay.
It seems like they're taking this opportunity to not build the walls out of wood and instead use some sort of clay structure.
Going for slightly less flammable this time, then.
Good
Yes.
for them.
Yeah.
But they are using at least wooden baseboards as a mold. So
would Astra be aware of a sort of place you can get spell quality gems here?
So Genoxenum is particularly a traveler's town.
Yeah, that was my sort of logic with.
So the established merchants of Genoxenum, you might be able to. You know for sure you can get normal traveling supplies. There's a smith. There's a Fletcher in town. If you look, you might be able to find someone who sells you spell quality gems. You also can check out by the field. You see, there is the sort of traveler's market,
Okay.
where you can find traveling merchants having pop-up shops, more established merchant caravans trying to sell off excess, or even adventurers selling off extra gear. Joxenon.
Thank you.
I think if given the opportunity to kind of split from the group, if no one particularly stops him, he's gonna head to check merchant districts first. He's gonna figure out whatever people are going to, and then peel off to do merchant districts.
Time to be bastard.
Alia is shopping too.
Julius is gonna get a room first, and then he's gonna go shop for stuff.
Yeah.
Also, what time is it when we arrive?
Mid-afternoon, so about 2 or 3.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
That's part of why Us is doing it now, so that...
For those of you looking for a room first, make me an investigation check.
Okay.
I will say you all would know that you're likely not to find super high quality things here. There's likely not going to be a magic shop. There might be an alchemist. There might be a place where you could get like spell components, but there's not going to be like a magic shop. You'd have to go to a much larger city for that. Investigation, Julius. You managed to find an inn that has a couple of openings. In fact, they only have 3 rooms left.
How much are the rooms?
They are going to be 5 gold apiece.
Julius thought about reserving them for everybody, but he is not going to. He is going to just pay for one.
Listen, these people know that, like, the options are go sleep on the ground or pay for a room, and they're gonna fucking hike up prices here.
Yep. That's valid. I mean, Julius
Especially after
respects the grind, but he's not gonna pay that for the other people.
Especially after the other hotel burned down, or
Yeah.
inn burned down. Like,
They
oh,
do
less
whatever
rooms.
They want. Alright, he will pay for one room.
Capitalism.
5 gold, you said?
Technically, capitalism doesn't exist here. It's more of a feudal system, but it's alright.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
5 gold, yes.
Okay. He'll pay for the one night, then, for himself.
5 gold for a room?
Yes.
Damn.
Does it come with like breakfast and shit? Like dinner? Like does it come with meals?
It does come with food.
Excellent.
Okay.
You do get food. It's not that bad.
It's like, oh no, food will be another 5 gold.
Yeah,
No.
that would be...
Listen, the people who live in Joxenham know that, like, the people coming through here are travelers and don't have another option.
Yep.
Yeah.
And are generally sick of sleeping on the ground, so...
And
they have feudal taxes to pay.
Them, but I'm different.
Nagi's mostly just gonna shop for like little trinkets and see if there's someone who sells like pets, like a pet vendor or something. Or
and I assume that Irene is doing so. Is once she gets an in-room dealt with, is doing trinkets as well.
Yes.
Okay,
So,
then Nagi will go. Nagi will shop with Irene. Then, well, Irene want to go for an inn too. Then is that what she wants? Or
yes.
Oh, then Nagi will put down gold for a room.
So Julius bought a room. Nagi bought a room. Is anyone taking the third one?
Take it to share with someone.
Yeah, Nagi's taking it to.
Not there at the moment.
Yeah, Nagi's taking it to share with like 2 or 3 people.
Nin definitely ran off to the market first thing, so no.
Julius, who paid 5 gold for his room, bold of you to assume I'll share.
Oh no, I assume nothing of the kind.
Yeah, that's why Nagi bought hers to share.
So who's going to the?
Probably will, but still.
Ix will take a room and then go shopping. She only wants a few bits anyway.
Alright. Who is going to the established market?
Asta's starting with the established market. Because like Revivify is such a clerical staple, he's kind of hoping that.
Okay, so you're looking for diamonds.
Yep.
Julius can also go shop. Who else is going to the established market?
Nagi will go wherever Irene is going because Irene's better at looking for things.
Julius will go to the established shop first.
I think Irene would also try the established shop first.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, as well.
Nin, did you run off to the fucking bullshit travelers market, or did you?
Oh
go to the
yeah.
established market?
I'm
Okay.
assuming Nin's been to fairy markets before. I'm sure.
Yes.
She's heading there.
Okay. Aster. You can find there's a couple of shops down the way. There is an alchemist. There's a couple of general stores. There seems to be 2 of them competing just across the street from one another. There are lots of plastered signs for deals and sales and trying to like up the other one. That's probably how.
Yeah.
There's a smithery. There's a Fletcher shop separate to the smithery. There is indeed a small, what appears to be like a consignment shop for adventurers. It advertises itself that way, at least. Not a consignment shop. Not a consignment shop. Like a small, like supply shop specifically catering towards adventurers.
Okay.
That's probably your best bet.
Yeah.
Ah, yes, the pawn
Oh,
shop.
Is the Pawn Stars guy be in there?
Please.
Inside, you find it is run by a lizard folk individual.
Aww.
Who you step inside, and despite it being like pretty warm outside for like like mid to late spring, it is toasty in here.
Valid.
There are a lot of heat lamps, and you see what must be the shopkeeper's like lizard children like curled up on the floor taking a nap around one of them.
I love that. Like,
It's very warm.
yeah.
You ask about gemstones, and he points you down one aisle. And here you find little jars of what look like very small not small gems, sort of separated by like gemstone type.
Yeah.
Kind of lining the shelves. And then in one section, locked behind what appears to be a like a glass cage with a magical glyph on the side of it, is a couple of jars of diamonds. There's not many. It seems like these are fairly often asked for, but you could find enough for one use of Revivify.
Yeah, I think that would be what he'd be.
Mm-hmm. The shopkeeper comes over and happily opens it up, pressing his hand against the magic sigil and kind of muttering something under his breath, and counting out the diamonds for you. That will be whatever Revivify costs, like 100 gold? 300 gold?
300.
So 300 gold.
Is it?
I thought it was 300.
It's 300 gold for the
300 gold of diamonds, is it not?
It is 350. He says the cost is 350.
Okay, apparently Astra's not doing a Revivify, because I had in my brain that it was 100.
No, that's 300, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And hiked up in a small town like this, yeah.
Oh, absolutely, yeah.
Just have to take more odd jobs and not die.
Lizard Bro shrugs and goes, I gotta sell at a profit, kid.
I know, I understand. He kind of gives one of those very bright little...
Sun boy smiles.
Mm-hmm.
20 charisma smile.
16.
Yeah.
Uh,
Julius has the 20 charisma smile.
Who else wants
Yes,
one?
you often want to punch Julius in the face.
What was that, Parker?
Who else wants what?
Nagi's looking for trinkets and stuff.
There are the general stores. You kind of ask a little bit, and they're not really fond of like buying items off of travelers. Apparently, they've gotten burned pretty bad in the past.
Mm-hmm.
If you want like trinkets and knickknacks, your best bet might be the travelers market.
Okay. And if she asked around about like potential people, places or shops that sell pets and stuff, would she be pointed to some place, or
you get pointed to the travelers market?
Okay, then she'll wait till Granny is done with her shopping, and we'll wait with Granny.
Mm-hmm. Ixali and Julius, what did you want?
Julius wants a lockpick set. So he can, lockpicks. If he can find anyone who's selling that sort of thing.
The general stores don't, but one of them mentions that the smith might have some for sale if you're a locksmith.
I am indeed a locksmith. He's going to saunter his way to the blacksmith.
Make a persuasion check.
Alright.
Oh wait,
24.
can I just pick up my healer's kit real fast? They're like 5 gold, unless they're high up.
You may. They are selling them for 7.
Yeah, I'll buy that. Okay.
Yeah, Julius, this smith is just like, sure, whatever. It gives you a set of lockpicks.
I am indeed a fucking locksmith, Julius.
I am the most glamorous locksmith you'll ever meet.
I am the best at my job. Absolutely. But yeah, he's gonna go bring himself to the blacksmith and maybe sell the glaive he grabbed? Possibly, if they want it?
You'll have to make another persuasion check for that.
Sure. He just says, well, I found it in a quite deserted place. I mean, I'm sure it's worth a pretty penny.
He cocks an eyebrow, make your check.
17.
He kind of looks at it and he goes, I mean, it's a bit old. It's an okay shape.
It's an antique?
I don't know. You want to find out if it's an antique? Don't take it to Horatari. I don't know.
Horatari? What? What is
Take it to Horatari.
Horatari, where is this?
He looks at you like you're fucking crazy.
Oh shit, no, that's a place, isn't it?
Yeah, that's a big city.
Sorry, I was like, what?
That is a large part of Julius's backstory.
Sorry, I know! My brain didn't work for a minute.
Oh!
I'm sorry. Julius, he went from, the sunny face to, it closed off for a minute, and he just takes the glaive. He's like, you know what? I'm gonna just keep it.
Fair enough. I mean, you could take it to Haksan, I guess. Horatari's your better bet, though.
Yeah. Oh, I remember what I was here for. Do you perchance have any lockpicks?
I'm gonna let that 24 sit. He gives it to you.
Excellent.
Haksan, you would know, is the, sort of the closer, bigger city. So the way, Southern Shala, worked in the past and still kind of works is it's divided up into districts run by local lords. And Haksan is the home of the lord that rules over that city. A lot of the surrounding areas just butting up into Joxenham.
Gotcha. So how much would be the lockpick then?
Whatever the price is in the PHB, add 5 gold.
Okay, so that would be 30 then. No, wait, I thought the block. I thought these tools. Yeah, these tools are 25. I think.
Hold on. Just come on, equipment. Don't be a shit.
I would put them the same price as a component.
Yeah, they're 25 to 30.
Right.
Okay. Gotcha.
Of course, I'm a locksmith.
Of course, I'm a locksmith.
Sarah, what did you just send me? Anyway. Ixalia, what did you want?
Some more arrows for certain.
Yeah, the Fletcher shop has a shit ton.
She's just gonna grab. I'm gonna grab a bundle of arrows.
Alright, what's the price in the PHB?
It's usually a gold for a bundle.
Gold, 3 silver.
And then she wants to see if there's anywhere selling healing potions or anything like that.
There is an alchemist shop. It's run by kind of this frizzy-haired looking halfling. Kind of a little bit spastic in a way. Kind of about everything. She doesn't have many healing potions on hand at the moment. Apparently they go pretty quickly in the morning. Come back tomorrow. Or you could try your luck in the Traveler's Market.
Come back in the morning. In that case then she's going to take the rest of the afternoon to head back to her shiny hotel room, chill out, and try and make some sort of poison to attach to a dagger with their poisonous kit.
Make a poisonous kit check.
Okie doke. With intelligence or dexterity?
Intelligence.
Oh, I was worried you were going to say that.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, I'm gonna say you make one. Just the basic 1d8.
I mean, it's something that's thick enough to kind of smear onto a sword or a dagger.
Yeah, it is. Just oh god.
Yeah.
I was looking at poisons earlier for another character. Yeah, I'm gonna say you just have a one use smear onto the weapon, do an extra 1d8.
Cool.
Or no, what does it say in the poisoner's feat? No, I'm not gonna give you that. Hold on. I'll tell you what poison you make later.
Okay, no worries.
Poisoner feat's sexy.
Nin.
Basic poison. Must make a D10 con save or 1d4 poison damage.
Applying the poison takes an action. Creature hits DC 10. Yeah, DC 10 con or take 1d4 poison damage. Once applied, it retains potency for 1 minute.
Go for it. That's fine.
Cool. I'll link that in chat so that then it's saved.
Thank you. Anyway, so whatever Granny wants, I'm sure Granny can get. Particularly if she's looking for trinkets and souvenirs, she'll probably have to go to the Travelers Market as well. Nin.
Okay.
Nin, since you were going to the Travelers Market first, the Travelers Market is a crowded stretch of open land full of little wooden pop-up shops and shops set up on a blanket someone is sitting on, people hawking wares. There are some people selling farm animals. There are people selling what looks like small trinkets of jewelry and pots.
Just for the record, Nin has detect magic going constantly because I can cast it at will now. So she's looking for anything shiny.
Most of the stuff, especially the stuff being sold as magical, is fucking bunk. Every once in a while, something sort of glimmers in the corner of your eye. A lot of it's common shit. There's a cloak of billowing at one point.
I mean, she would probably get the cloak of billowing. Let's be honest.
Yeah.
Dramatic.
Just there's no wind one day and her cloak will be just flapping in the wind.
I mean, it depends on how much it actually is going to cost her, but...
The person will sell it to you for 30.
Oh yeah, she's going to get that. Fuck it, money doesn't mean anything to her.
You have a cloak of billowing now.
Yes.
Hey.
Do I want to give you this hat?
You want to give me this hat? You do.
Give me
only a hat.
What was that?
It's only a hat. What harm can a hat do?
Evens or odds, Nin?
Even.
Roll fucking even, okay. There is a fella sitting on a sort of woven sort of tapestry. He's selling just random junk. And one of them is a little tattered hat that glows just the slightest bit magical.
Oh.
He'll sell it to you for... He doesn't know it's magic. He'll sell it to you for 2 gold.
Yeah. She doesn't even haggle.
Congrats. You have a hat of vermin now.
I figured that's what it was.
Oh my god.
That one's so funny.
Thank you.
He waves you off. There are people here that are selling legitimate things, though, and especially as Nin and Irene start to walk through. Amongst sort of the, like, junk hawkers, there is, like, what looks like a very large adventuring type trying to sell, like, cuts of a large creature he managed to kill. Says it's some sort of worm creature? I don't know. None of you would know.
And then we'll let anyone who, is interested, she'll let them know if she sees anything magical.
Mm-hmm. Hi, Irene. You're back.
PK, just in time for Irene's shopping portion.
Oh.
Yeah, we're having a mini shopping session, and we figured Irene would be looking for trinkets and baubles and stuff.
And parchment.
Cool.
And parchment.
Julius passed himself off as a locksmith and got himself some thieves' tools.
I'm so proud of him.
Meanwhile, Ix is back at the hotel room playing with her chemistry set.
Oh, that's what the poison is for in the chat there.
Oh yeah.
There is one person who is has like a sort of what looks like a very pop-up sort of wooden little stand. She seems to be some sort of alchemist. She's talking to this like middle-aged woman, just very like just talking and like offering some things and trying to make a deal. There is someone who looks to be selling what looks like handcrafted like daggers and small weaponry. Nin, give me a high or low.
High.
Okay, let me pull out my dice again. I didn't mean Nin, I meant Nagi.
Oh, what was that for?
Whether or not you find someone selling pet animals.
I'll go for high.
Unfortunately, you can't find anyone doing that.
Aw, okay.
There's someone selling what looks like a bunch of chickens, but like...
No, those are for eating.
Aster, that's fine. You could probably get that for, I don't know, 5 silver.
By the way, if Aster asks Nin, she'll give him money for the diamonds. She doesn't care.
A little bit later, but he's not gonna right now. He's after he gets that, he's honestly probably gonna head back to the inn and.
Mm-hmm. Anything else? Irene, I assume you are getting little souvenirs.
Oh, she's getting hella souvenirs. I need you to take the amount of souvenirs you think she's getting and double it, all right? Whatever estimation you had in your mind, let's just bump that number on up, all right? Just any little like cute. It can be a fucking keychain. It can be a novelty like stuffed animal, the kind of vibe I'm going for with this.
Yep.
Yep. I would like probably, let me do a little bit of math here. I would like probably between 8 and 10 of those little type trinket things, all right?
All right, then drop me about, let's say 17 gold.
17, that's perfectly reasonable.
You get like little like baubles of jewelry, and like there is like a stuffed animal, and there's a small like cat statue, like one of the like lucky cat statues.
Excellent.
Some cloths, like a little obi. You find like an obi for sale.
They got postcards in this town?
No.
I'll make some. All right.
Okay.
Yeah.
Is that it on shopping?
Actually, let me get the link for an item I want to see if I can find. It's a common one.
Oh, Nin does want to get rid of her shield and flail if she can. Just to sell those off.
Make a persuasion check. Yeah, you could sell them. You could probably even sell them for a little bit more than PHB price.
I mean, she's not going to haggle. I'll just say that now. She doesn't know what this is worth. Unless there's someone with her to tell her otherwise, she's just going to take whatever they offer her.
Julius. Sorry, I'm typing it out.
It's fine. Someone will buy them off of you for. They start out with an offer of like 40 gold.
Done.
They kind of blink at you and go, all right.
Said 4 or 4D?
4D.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Nice.
I recouped my losses.
Julius, make a persuasion check.
Alright. Be a persuasive boy.
And Nagi, give me a higher low.
I'll go high again.
Okay. That's a 2, I'm sorry.
Aw, okay.
25
Ren,
persuasion.
Julius, you do manage to find a couple of takers. Whatever the price is in the PHB, add, I don't know, 7 gold to it.
Oh, 57 GP, hell yeah. Alright.
Adding
that, thank you very much.
As you all sort of walk through town, either through to the established market or the travelers market, either or, there is what appears to be a job board in the center of town. You occasionally spot some people kind of looking over what's there and what's not. Just putting that there.
Eyes.
Establishing.
Well, that sounds like a great thing that people could investigate if they wanted to do things.
And make more money for Revivify diamonds.
Yeah, Nagi will look at the job board.
Julius will too, probably at some point after he sold his shirt.
You all walk up to the job board and you glance at it. There's lots of like ripped scraps of paper, like still attached, as if like people grabbed like papers and shit. As you approach, there is what looks like a courier like posting one up as you walk up, and there's a couple of listings. One makes a list for like nothing is really for the town of Joxodon. If there was, it must have been taken already. Most of them are missions from Haxan. Couple of game baggings. One's like a delivery. The one the courier is hanging up is a notice from the Lord, actually, Lord Kenjiro, talking about a beast that is sort of plaguing the road between Joxodon and Haxan. Nagi, you know the name Kenjiro.
I do.
Yes, I'm going to just put this out there. Your mother and her party wants to job for him.
Oh, okay. What kind
of
guy was he?
He was a very young sort of lord. You didn't see him much around this time. Was about when he was. You remember was taking the title from his father. But he seemed nice. If a little sort of aloof. Lords have a as opposed to where you've spent most of your life in the other continent, here tend to be a little bit more aloof and a little bit more above the common peoples. It seems to just be a cultural thing.
Mm-hmm.
But he seems what you knew of him. You weren't involved with the job. He seems pretty all right. You weren't involved with the job.
Okay.
Your mother liked him, at least.
Does that listing have a price, or is it just like a warning?
It does. It has a bounty. It is a listing to bring the creature's head to the Lord's castle in Hexon. And it seems to be listed at approximately about 300 gold.
Oh, okay. And does it look like there's actually a few we could do on the way from here to Hexon?
So a lot of them are sort of requests for because people know this is a traveler's town and a lot of adventurers walk through here. There's a lot of need security for a delivery transfer, everything coming out of Hexon.
Now on the way too. Okay.
Yeah, there is one more bounty for a wolf that seems to have attacked a child.
Oh.
Somewhere in the forests, probably on this side of Hexon, towards Joxenum, but they're not exactly sure where it is.
And the place where you get paid the bounty is in Hexon, right?
Yes.
Okay, yeah, Nagi will grab those two then. The one that the courier posted and the one with the wolf.
Okay. Sorry that I was just here's a backstory fact, Jamie.
That's fine.
It makes sense for Ios.
Yeah.
Anyway.
It does.
Considering the location of Hexon and shit. Anyway. And then you could all head back to the inn for a nice night, I suppose.
Last thing I want to do is if there's any just cool mushrooms or lichen or something at the apothecary, Nin will want to get some of that.
At the established apothecary or the traveling apothecary?
Traveling one.
So you head up to that stand with that young woman, and you hear her. She's talking to this woman. She goes, "Okay, now just a couple of teaspoons. It's very strong. Okay, we want to keep your child asleep and not dead. All right."
Okay.
And she kind of pats this woman on the shoulder, and this sort of middle-aged woman who seems a little bewildered but grateful, kind of gives that little grateful bow and kind of nods and repeats the instructions of just 2 spoons. Just kind of repeats the instructions back to her, and the apothecary just nods. He goes, "All right. Tell me how it worked in the morning. We'll adjust doses if we need to. All right. See you." And the woman kind of shuffles off, and the woman behind the shop, she's kind of human woman, sort of long blonde hair, kind of pulled back behind a piece of cloth, almost like a bandana, but not really. Kind of pointed sort of face, dark eyes, wearing a sort of loose shirt and what looks like must be a pair of kind of overalls kind of thing, but the top bit sort of folded down and over. Kind of loose at the waist. Kind of, hello?
Hi, I'm looking for your best mushrooms.
She kind of goes, One second. And there's a trunk behind her, and she opens it and she starts digging through. There's a couple of bottles put onto the side, and of various colors and shapes and what looks like viscosities. and then she pulls out a little bundle, like wrapped up in a cloth, and she puts it on the table, and she opens it up, and there's a collection of mushrooms there, and she goes, "Well, what do I have? And she sort of picks out some of the more common ones from the area. And she goes, "Well, these I found in the forest over there. Mostly used for fortification, alchemy." She kind of points a couple that seem kind of dried, and she goes, These are from quite far away. These are from Teotlan, actually. Quite spicy. You can add the food and make a little woo.
Oh, I definitely want those.
Okay. Now I won't tell you all of them. I do need some of them for preservation.
Are there any that I don't recognize that just look really cool?
Make a nature check. Some of them you do recognize. Actually, some of them actually kind of seem familiar from your mother's garden.
Hold on, sorry, I have to. I'll be right back.
All right.
Oh, from her mother's garden. No. Oh man. Keep on thinking of the stuff Julius could get into now if he really truly wanted to be a bastard now that he has lockpicks. He still has disguised self.
Sorry about that.
You're good. I was saying that a couple of the mushrooms she seems to have seem to be probably imports or bought from the Feywild. You know that it's not uncommon for mortal people to have that kind of import, especially alchemists. Those are kind of like whatever, you know those. The ones she mentioned are from Teotlan. They're dried, but they have this sort of kind of bright orange sort of cap to them. The ones that she mentioned were just from the forest out back. A couple of them are kind of normal, sort of brownish looking ones. A couple of them, she breaks one open for you though, and shows that underneath the brown there's this bright purple underneath.
Ooh.
One or two more. There's one that's like red with some like white spots. One's like a bright cyan that she mentions coming from she kind of reads it in a very hush hush and goes, this one I got off of a trading ship from the Water Kingdom. Very rare. Probably illegal to have it in some places.
Oh, I want that one then.
Okay. She takes that and a couple of the ones from Teotlan and like one of the purple internal ones. I assume you're like, ooh, about that one.
Yeah, if there's anything I don't recognize, then she'll want to get that.
I think those are the main three that you don't really know.
Okay.
And she kind of takes another like loose piece of cloth and wraps them up and kind of puts them in your hand and goes, okay, And she like, there's like a thoughtful expression on her face as she like tries to figure out how much to charge you for this. Why don't we call it? Let's call it 10 gold.
Okay.
You know, I mean, some of it's just mushrooms. Some of them you can just get from the forest over there, but some of them are from, very far away. And I haven't been over to the top continent in a while.
Oh, but they're cool mushrooms.
They are very cool.
And is there anything else interesting here, or is that pretty much the extent of...
She has other packets of, like, dried plants and herbs. She actually has a small sort of fire pit on to the side, where she looks like she has a couple of friends sort of sitting. What look like a set of twins. with some plant matter drying out on top of the fire, like hung up on a little rod, drying out. She has a large collection of potions, different colors, different styles of bottles, some of which seem to be the same potion but are in different bottles. Like there's a couple of mason jars, there's a couple like really thin vials.
And we already established no healing potions, right?
She actually has a couple.
Oh. Then I'll get both of them.
Okay, you can get 2 minor healing potions.
Alright, how much does that run me?
Whatever the price for healing potions is in the PHB, that flat.
That flat?
Nice.
Yes.
50. They're 50 each.
50? Okay, yeah, then I'll get both of them.
The idea is that like the traveler's market is probably cheaper, but you don't know what you're gonna get, and it might be bunk. It might be a lie. Whereas in the established market, you'll get something that is like definitely what they say it is, but for a much higher price.
Alright, I think that's probably it.
She gives you both the potions and she goes, okay, adventurer, are you?
Yeah, I guess, kinda.
Well, good luck. Hope you don't need these.
And we probably will, but thank you.
Trying to be nice. Well, I promise you they're good quality. They'll keep you nice.
Oh, I can tell.
Well, thank you. You're an odd one. And if you have nothing else to say, she'll see you up.
That's it. And I'll head back to the,
Oh, she does mention, if you and your party ever need more, I think I might have some tomorrow. I'm just drying out the she looks at it and she says a word in a language you don't understand. I should fix that before it falls in the fire.
The what?
She just goes, I should fix that before it falls in the fire, and like kind of goes, oh, have a good day.
Wait, what were you saying about my party and...
Oh, if you need more of those, I might have some more in the morning.
Okay.
And she's kind of like fixing one of the some of the string holding some of the herbs is kind of falling off, and she like snaps at one of the twins who like jerks and like kind of stands, and they're talking in a language you don't know. Kind of back and forth, this very harsh kind of. You can tell where her accent comes from when you listen to this language. And she's not paying attention to you anymore.
All right, then I'll head back to the inn.
Nice.
If there are alcoholic beverages, Julius is partaking.
There are alcoholic beverages.
Excellent. I
assume we spend the night in peace?
Yeah, Nagi will offer her room to whoever did not get a room. Because she's nice, like Julius.
I mean, Julius is also offering his room too, but yeah.
Half-heartedly, and you can tell he doesn't really want to.
He just scratches the back of his neck and he's like, you can use my room too. It was like 5 gold. Just pay me back someday. You'll owe me one.
I think Alex will take you up on that, Julius.
Nagi will be like, you can stay in my room and you won't owe me jack.
You sound like
then we'll stay with Nagi.
Nagi, you sound like the signs outside. You're too cheap.
It's called being nice.
I'm plenty nice. See, my room is cleaner than yours.
Insight check.
Asta's gonna actually toss Julius 5 gold. Possibly stick his tongue out at the same time.
Oh, you're gonna stay with me. Oh wait, you're reimbursing me for the room, aren't you?
Yeah.
I mean, I only said you had to pay me if you stay in there. You don't have to pay me jack shit.
That was...
I think that was the intention.
Okay,
yeah,
I wasn't sure.
2 fingers on the bridge of his nose and just eyes. Might as well keep the holy folks together.
I mean, there's space in mine.
Do you say holy folks out loud?
Yeah.
Julius just laughs. Sure, kid.
Asta grins. He can tell that you're being so dumb. But he recognizes fine magic.
What did Ix say? Amy?
To split the cost. Am I switched on? Hang on.
Yeah, you are.
No, we can hear you. Hi.
X was gonna kind of offer to split the cost, and then having seen Julius be like that, it's just like, no, someone can stay with me. There's no problem. I'm not interested in getting the money back. It's fine.
Everyone is just one-upping Julius.
Yeah, it's shit on Julius Day.
Julius does not feel any regret. This is the most money he's had in like his whole life, so 400 gold? Yes, please. Technically 408 now. Excellent.
The night passes without incident, I'm gonna say.
Before we go to bed, Nin wants to do something real quick.
Okay, what do you want to do?
Going to knock on Julius's door.
Alright.
Him.
He'll open the door.
I got you something.
Oh, present.
Yeah. And she will give him the Cloak of Billowing. Seems like it's the best. I'm not really a billowing type.
Oh, it's a magical. Ah.
My god.
You seem like the type who would.
He like opens and closes his mouth a couple times, like not sure if he should be offended, but he's like, you know what? Thanks.
And in the pocket, she has hidden a frog from that.
Oh my god.
To be discovered at a later time.
I love her so much.
I love Nin.
Get some rest.
Yeah, the only thing I would have had to add is before bed, someone probably would have seen us like half sat on a drop cloth, rather aggressively working a lump of clay.
Lump of clay?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. There's a not massive block, but there's a block that's still kind of mostly wrapped in probably an oilcloth. Help keep moisture in. And someone probably sees him just like aggressively kneading at it and shaping it with like the heel of his hand.
If Irene sees him doing this, she wants to talk to him about his artistic endeavors.
Julius, while he's like notices this, he just mutters to himself, "That's one way to get aggression out."
Irene wants to talk to the young man about his artistic endeavors. I don't want to take up too much time if this is just meant to be a little thing, but...
Oh no, I'm willing for it to be as long as we would like it to be.
Mm-hmm. Okay, Irene's gonna go up to Aster and just sort of plop down next to him, you know, and say, "Well, what are you working on there, dearie?"
It's mostly stress relief. That the past couple of days have been bad, and this is the first chance I've had. It's at the moment I'm thinking I might do a couple of pinch pots. It's been a while since I've made them.
Oh, that's lovely, dearie. I didn't know you were an artist.
Only a little. It's something I picked up from... And he sort of pauses a little bit, and it's something I picked up from my dad.
Oh, that's lovely, dearie. And a little artist is still an artist. I think I know that pretty well. Is your father an artist then?
He's a potter. He makes a lot of small commissions back home.
Oh, that's wonderful, dear. It's so nice to hear that. He must be so proud of you following in his footsteps.
Hey, can you make a very quick insight check?
I would love to make an insight check, but unfortunately, just kidding.
Irene doesn't. Yeah.
I will if you would like me to.
Yeah, whether or not Irene can read something, whether it's not that she's suspicious.
That's a 24.
Nice.
I'm gonna say that because I'm not sure what I would roll to contest that, so I'm just gonna straight up say that you notice a little bit of a flicker of probably sadness. As he a little bit more aggressively sort of uses the heel of his hand into the palm of the other to sort of shape the...
Okay, noted. Granny will remember this. Yeah, I think noticing that, she'll just say, well, I hope your pots turn out quite well. And it's good. It's good to take some time to relax and do the things we enjoy, don't you think?
Yeah, it's nostalgic, and it helps me reground after the whole mess that was...
Oh, it certainly was something. Yes, it was, wasn't it? Nostalgic.
He kind of goes to sort of rub at the bridge of his nose, and then makes a face as he remembers his fingers are covered in clay. He just has a smear of...
Good son, boy.
Irene will remember this too, but she will first use prestidigitation to clean the clay off his face. Then she will ruffle his hair, and then she will go off to whatever room she is in with Ix, I believe, and immediately sketch out Sun Boy with a clay smear on his face.
Aww.
I love Grandma.
To include in her scrapbook at a later date.
That's so cute.
Alright, that's all I need to do.
Julius has been watching the interaction and drinking some whiskey. That's his relaxing time.
Sorry.
Go ahead.
I was gonna say, before bed, Nagi's gonna take some time to meditate on just the last few days and clear her head a bit, and yeah.
Julius, tonight I need you to follow me into the secrets chat.
Oh,
fun.
Oh boy.
Am I gonna die?
Keep in mind that we'll make it onto the recording.
That is...
Back forward.
Yeah,
okay.
We'll deal with it, it's fine. Hello.
Hey. You dream.
Alright.
You dream first. At first it is dark, and you can feel only a gentle breeze and the scent of town, of life, grass and dirt, similar to the smell of Joxinen. But when you open your eyes, you are not in your room. You are instead looking up at a very familiar sight. You are looking up at the statue of Lede that stands in the courtyard just out front of the temple. It is made of a light stone depicting a vaguely elven-looking woman, kind of. Gender's a little wobbly. Arms held up almost in joyous expression. From one hand hangs a bundle, not hangs, but in one hand she carries a bundle of wheat, in the other she carries a paintbrush between two fingers. Her face is lifted upwards and joyous. When you look around, you find you are standing in that courtyard, and behind you rises the temple itself, just as you remember it. And on the edges of the courtyard, you can see the sort of murky, hazy shape of buildings, but almost as if they're unimportant to what's going on. They're there, you remember them, but they're not the focus. The statue in the courtyard, and one of the buildings you can see are in this bright, dazzling sunlight. When you glance back at the temple, it is dark.
So the statue itself is dazzling and bright?
Yes.
Compared to the temple?
Mm-hmm. Almost as if it has a glow about it.
He looks back at the temple again and frowns, and then kind of steps up a little closer to the statue.
As you step closer to the statue, you hear a little and you look all the way up, and you see, sort of perched on the temple, on the statue's shoulder, is what looks like a little red fox.
He just blinks a couple of times.
Down at you.
Hello?
It jumps off the shoulder and starts to scrabble down the front, sort of using the way that the statue is, the stone is carved to look like fabric around the figure down the front of the statue till it stands on the pedestal in front of you. As you look down at it, it sort of looks up at you, its mouth kind of hanging open, its head tilted, and its tails perked up. You can count nearly 8, maybe 9 of them fanned out behind it.
Does Julius know what type of creature this is?
Make a religion check.
18.
This is a kitsune. It is a celestial fox normally associated with gods of the life or the chaos domain.
Mm-hmm.
They are at once celestial spirit messengers from the gods, but can also be seen as sort of trickster spirits.
He just kind of frowns a little bit and says, can I help you?
The other thing you would know, is that kitsune have multiple tails, right?
Mm-hmm.
Usually up to about 9. They usually, supposedly, according to legend, represent how long the kitsune has been alive. Particularly, one tail is usually said to be about a century.
Jesus. Yeah, I think at that realization, he just kind of like, the words die on his mouth, and he just like scratches the back of his neck. Why am I here?
And it jumps off the pedestal and hits the grass and runs past your feet and is starting to head towards the temple.
He'll like blink a couple times, but as he is doing that, he is basically running after it.
Yeah, it glances over its shoulder to make sure you're following. When it sees it that you are, it and streaks across the grass to the temple until you are both standing at the base of the stairs. The large gate, sort of painted red around you, marks the first part of the stairs, and you head up a slight hill to the temple itself. There are a couple more gates between you and it. And it stops at the edge of the temple and looks up at you, and it's panting.
Hold on. Let's see. Is there anything Julius can do to himself? Probably not. I guess it's several gates ahead of him, correct?
Yes.
He will cast haste on himself then.
Okay.
Just so he can run faster?
Mm-hmm. As you prepare to follow the Kitsune up these stairs, however, it sort of steps forward from where the grass meets the stone walkway. And as it starts to go, it doesn't actually, sorry, I lied. It doesn't go to step, actually. It stops at the edge, and it rears back up on its hind paws, and it puts its front paws forward as if it's about to just kind of flop itself onto the next part, onto the stone statue. But then its paws stop in midair, as if held by an invisible wall. And you see, this is the line that it's holding, where its paws are stuck, is where the sunlight suddenly ends, and the shadow begins.
I think as he gets there, Julius is going to examine it for a moment and just say, "Can you not reach the temple anymore?"
And it bats at the wall a little bit more, and then it goes back down all of its paws and it looks up at you.
I guess Julius will... He'll reach out to touch the divide of the shadow, I guess?
You reach out, and as your hand hits the shadow, you can feel the resistance. You can feel it trying to press and keep you out. Then you push just a little bit further, and your hand slides in, kind of almost parting it in a way. It's moving slowly and having to force it, but you're managing to get past it. And the Kitsune wants you to do this, and it sort of reaches over and it sort of takes its front teeth and sort of bites the front of your pant leg and sort of jerks its head like it's pulling you towards to go further.
It's trying to get me to go through more.
Mm-hmm.
He'll just sigh, close his eyes, and put all his weight into it, I guess. Kind of grabbing his wrist where he had the pendant before.
Forcing yourself through the shadow, you can feel it push against you, almost this repelling force. You take 1 step, 2 steps, 3 steps up the stairs. It's like moving through molasses, and when you glance back, as the Kitsune yips again, and as you glance back, you see it's able to follow in your footsteps, and where you have stepped and moved your body, the shadow is parting and no more.
He kind of heaves a little bit and then just kind of sets his jaw, I suppose, and will continue on with a little bit more confidence.
Mm-hmm. You push through this shadow. The further you go, the more it seems to want to push against you. But you grit your teeth. You put your shoulder to it, and you just force yourself through until you are standing at the front door of the temple. The Kitsune is standing in your footsteps, yipping almost in encouragement and excitement. The front doors in front of you are ornately carved metal like you remember. And as you look up, they are shut, which is something unfamiliar to you. They should be open. The inside should be available to all who might seek it, but it is not. In fact, the windows look dark, as if there is no life inside.
There's a little bit of a... what would you say? A sadness in his eyes when he notices that. And he is going to approach the doors. Are they something he would be able to push or pull?
You should be able to push or pull it open by yourself, yes.
Okay. He will attempt to do so.
You reach out and you put your hands on the door, bracing yourself for the little heave you're going to have to do to open it. It is openable by one person, but they are still a bit heavy. But as you place your hands against it, you're having to push through the shadow, and the little you have to do to get through the last little centimeter of shadow to hit the door. Your hands come to it, and there's a sudden violent sort of rejection as something pushes back against you and forces your hands off and away from the door.
He'll look down at the fox. Can you help me?
It sort of nudges you a little bit as if to like step aside a little bit so I can get to the door.
Sure. Julius will kind of do that.
And it comes up next to you and it like looks at the door and almost kind of puffs its chest out and stands up and puts its front paws on the door like you would be pushing the door open yourself. You can see it kind of straining to be able to put itself there.
Julius will go behind it and do the same.
You put your hands in front of the door and you feel again that attempt to push you back, to repel you, to push you back down the stairs even. But together there is a moment as you hold it and you press, and the door cracks open slightly, and then you wake up.
Okay. Oh my goodness. Intense. Alright, let's head back.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But
oh, finally.
They return.
They returned. Oh, great.
You guys done with your session? I'm kidding.
Yeah, how's the third campaign going?
Hey, you guys will know in recording what happened, so.
Oh, you're not gonna edit it out?
No.
Fuck yeah.
You get to see some Julius lore because it's really nothing.
Like,
I mean, it
that
is
was a long
something,
nothing.
But, it's nothing.
Yeah, that was a real
Nothing
long
of
nothing.
sustenance until you know his backstory. So.
well,
I'm glad he rolled a check for nothing then.
It was to figure out what a thing was. It's fine.
Interesting.
I'm
Hey,
sure
what's
when
a
it
good
comes
religion
back-
score?
What is that? Oh yeah.
The sun comes up in the morning.
Oh yeah.
Shocker. I'm fucking
I
glad.
sure hope it does.
I would be really worried if it didn't come up. Oh right, the night before we all go to bed, Nagi will tell everyone that she pulled 2 jobs from the board and that they're on the way to Hoxon.
Yeah.
And yeah. So the one for the Lord is 300. How much is the wolf one?
The wolf is just about 50.
How much? Sorry.
50 gold?
50? Okay. I mean, it's just a wolf, so yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Irene, make me a history check.
Oh, good lord. A history check?
Mhm.
I think I can do a history. Oh, I can do a history check. 23.
Okay, excellent. So you know things about the city of Huxan and the Lord Kinjiro.
Okay.
The city of Huxan is not as big as Hortari ever was, but it's still relatively sizable. The province of Huxan as well is sort of... Huxan is centered in the center of the province, which is ruled over by Lord Kinjiro. You heard recently that there was a power transition from father to son, but they're humans, so you have no idea if that was like in time or anything.
Right.
The Kinjiro family are fairly old. They have ruled that province since even before the split of Chala.
Okay.
And in fact, the current lord's great-grandfather was daimyo before the war. So for a little bit of context, when North came in and retook over, they restructured sort of the feudal system. Before that, lords were known as daimyo, and behaved in a very samurai kind of way. Samurai daimyo. The Lord of Huxan, the daimyo of Huxan at the time, when the war was lost, power was given to his son, and they were renamed the lords.
Okay.
So these people are very old.
Nice.
Very old money, very old power.
For humans.
For humans, yes. Their line stretches back pretty far.
Good for them.
The current lord's name is Waki Kinjiro.
Can you spell that for me, please?
Sure, I'll put it in the chat.
Thank you. I can't spell anything. Thank you.
And he's been in power for a couple of years now.
Neat.
Huxan itself, lots of agriculture around it. Good merchant town. Relatively big. Again, not as big as Huxan is to Hortari like Zadash is to Rexentrum.
Gotcha.
Cool. Love that we have compared the size of two fictional cities to two other fictional cities.
So it's like Akron versus Columbus, is what you're saying.
Yes. Yeah, pretty much.
Means nothing to anyone else
Those
but
are
us.
also fictional cities. You cannot argue with me about this.
Yeah. Ohio's not a valid place.
It isn't. That's fair and true.
It's Sacramento to LA.
Probably fictional.
I don't. These are those. I've seen those in at least 2 movies. That means they're fictional.
All right,
They
fine.
can exist.
Okay.
Anyway.
Okay.
Yep.
Anyway.
Point
Slightly
is,
smaller city to slightly larger city.
yes.
Gotcha.
Hi, I haven't showered in a bit, and I have my camera screen on.
Heck.
All right.
Stream day.
So that's what you would know about Huxan and Gyros.
Thank you. I have knowledge. I feel so smart.
Anyway. So the morning comes. Some people wanted to go check for more healing potions.
I'd forgotten that. Yes, I do.
Let me do Excelia first. Excelia, you're probably aware that you need to get there relatively quickly in the morning. So you're there as the sun rises. And even then, there's still already a crowd around the alchemist shop. Other traveling adventurers trying to get their foot in the door. Well, by the time the doors open and it's all said and done, you would have the opportunity to get your hands on, I'm going to say, 3 minor and 2 standard. However many of those you want to buy, that's like your stock option.
Well, the cost is a better question because money is limited.
Yes, but that's your stock option. Sorry.
How much for the minor ones?
The minor are 50 each. No, they would be 70 each.
By the way, if you would have told people that you were getting healing potions, Julius would have thrown you like 90 gold.
I think
Yeah, you mentioned
probably.
Astor also probably would have brought up that he's about 50 short for a thing of Revivify Diamonds.
Oh, Nagi will give you 50 for that.
Alright.
And then we'll say, I got these potions yesterday, and she'll hold up the 2 minor ones from the market. She said they might have more if you want them.
Okay. If Julius is dropping in the 90,
yeah, he'll do that.
Ix will buy the other 2 minor ones as well. And leave the standard ones for now, because that's quite a big price bump.
Mm-hmm.
Actually, Nin will go back to the place she went to yesterday for the potions and see if they have any more.
Of course.
Yes.
Edgar Windfowler was a slut, yes.
The cop was absolutely a slut.
Anyway.
I love that your parent called that by reading the
You head back to the Traveler's Market, and you find the alchemist. She is still in place, and she sees you, and she goes, "Oh, you! I saved you some."
Thank you.
And she pulls out another 4 minor healing potions.
Oh shit! How much for the big one?
What's the standard price for standard?
Well, all I know is like there's just a normal healing potion, which is 50, and there's a greater healing potion, which is 150.
Yeah,
because there's no such thing as a minor healing potion. I don't know what you mean by minor healing potion.
I
know what I mean. I know what I mean. Hold on.
It's the basic bog standard healing potions.
Yeah. Okay. Oh, then those are 50. Yeah.
54. Yeah.
So
yeah.
Yeah, it would be a greater healing potion for about 200.
Oh, that's a lot.
You guys go. I'm willing to break it down to 50 for you.
What if I gave you this and she'll pull out the dragon claw?
Why don't you get that?
I found it.
He's not wrong.
He's not wrong.
She isn't wrong.
I forgot that we could sell those.
She
also got a finger bone.
She takes the claw and she looks at it. I think you got a deal. I don't know what her accent is. It's very strong. It's supposed to be this. It's not supposed to be Irish.
Even our accents. I mean, really.
You've got yourself a deal.
I'll take one of the regular ones too.
All right, you can get a greater and a standard healing. So the 2d4 and the 44.
All right, I'm assuming that one's still the 50 gold.
Yes.
Okay. Any more cool mushrooms?
Get a chance to look.
Okay.
Busy brewing. That's very funny.
She looks a little disappointed, but
Nin's priorities are the only valid thing on the goddamn planet, alright? Nin's desire for mushrooms is the start of this campaign.
The alchemist looks kind of concerned and a little sad.
I forgot to add my mushrooms to my character sheet. Hold on, I have the spicy mushrooms, the purple mushroom. What was the other one?
It was bright cyan.
Cyan mushroom. I don't know what any of these do, but she's happy to have them.
Cyan?
She does go, I do travel a bit. If I see you again, 1 mushrooms.
Great. I can't wait.
Mushroom Lady is the best.
I didn't catch your name.
It's Nimmer.
Nice to meet you. I'm Madeline.
Was that Madeline or Nadeline?
Madeline.
Madeline.
She holds out a hand.
Nin will take it.
She shakes it. And then
She looks a
another
little
customer
confused by that, but she goes along with it.
Another customer grabs her attention. She goes, I'm sorry.
I'm sure we'll find each other again.
I'm sure. And she, as another customer grabs her attention, she like barks back to one of the twins again and says something in that language. And the twin like gets up and starts sorting through some of the bottles as help. And you are ignored.
All right, I'll head back to the tavern then again.
Does Julius notice the frog in the pocket of the coat?
I'm sure you would have at some point in the night.
If you put it on, you would have noticed a fucking frog in the pocket of the coat.
Is it dead is the question.
No, it's alive.
Frog?
He'll like pull it out of the pocket and look at it like this, like you're my friend now, and he's gonna put it back in the pocket. I'll find you something better to eat. And then closes
for
it
context, Nin got a hat of vermin.
Well, Julius gets a frog companion now, baby.
Well, he's gonna get more frog companions, don't worry.
Excellent.
I love it. He's not necessarily the squirmiest of guys, so...
You know that one video that's been going around of that frog that's just sitting there, like, drinking in the water, like, just vibing so hard? Like, that's what I'm hoping for this frog.
Yeah.
I hope it reaches that level of peace.
Oh my god. Now he needs a name.
Froggy, the Froggy.
Nah.
Anyway.
Ix, when she gets back, when Ix gets back, she will hand one of the potions to Julius.
Yeah, does anyone need potions? I got like 1, 2, 3. I got 4 of them. I'm keeping the big one, but you guys can have the rest.
Julius will take the potion from Ixalia. Just say thank you kindly.
Keeping the extra 20
regular
gold.
potion,
Anyway, I
right?
mean, what would you even do with potions?
What would you do with potions? We've got 2 clerics and
2 clerics and no
Julius
tanks.
And Julius,
No,
but I don't think
okay.
does he have any healing yet? I need to check. Oh yeah, he's got healing word. That's all he's got.
But Granny would take one of the potions if Nin was offering. Like, I was talking shit, but Granny would take a potion.
Take a potion.
Yeah.
Doggy will also take a potion.
Take a potion.
If there is one faster to take, he will take.
Take a potion. Take a potion.
Yep.
I am now out of potions except for the greater one, which I am keeping for myself.
Excellent.
Yep.
Nimmer alive.
And Arthur is gonna head back for that to hopefully pick up those diamonds. Since who said they were giving him the extra 50 bit?
Nagi did.
Okay. Now that does basically tap him out.
Mm-hmm.
Irene would have
So,
also given him 50 gold.
Okay.
And you have a couple of jobs open to you.
Yeah.
Money.
Money, please.
Money, please.
Money, please. Money, please.
So
Money.
the jobs basically read both the bounty for the wolf and the beast require a proof of death in some manner. Typically, this is showing up with the thing's head, but the wolf as well is given a bit of description. It has a large scar moving from one of its ears, which is tattered, down to the front of its face, so they will know which wolf it is.
Excellent.
Yeah. I mean, these jobs are nice. I didn't want to assume you're heading to Huxon, but I figured these seemed like nice jobs that pay well. And yeah.
Remind me again, what direction is Huxon? Is it north, south?
Huxon, give me 1 second. I need to pull up my own map.
Geography.
I mean, I could technically look myself. I think I have the thing.
We don't do geography.
Who needs geography when you can simply vibe?
When you can simply ask the DM and have them flustered instead.
Who needs to know geography when you can make the GM know geography?
Love you.
Love you, dear heart.
I'll have to print
Come
it
on,
out
Google
someday.
Drive, load.
How do you spell the city name again?
Huxon, Haxan.
Huxon.
I will put it in chat.
Okay.
Oh, I
Thank you,
spelled
dear
it with a
heart.
KS. HAKSAN. Oopsie. Huxon. I will. Oops. There's
Come on. Load for me, thank you.
Also, I am fidgeting with dice.
Mood.
Dice. Dice.
Clickety clackety math rocks.
Clickety clackety. I taught my dad to call dice clickety clackety math rocks today, and it was the best fucking thing I've ever done.
Oh, that's cute.
It was
So,
fantastic.
Horitari. So the way Juxtum is placed, it's placed on the largest river in Chalas, and if you follow the river down, you would hit Horitari. Huxon is instead. Hold on. I am looking for it on my map. Juxtum. Huxon would be directly east from here.
Okay.
You would have to cross so Juxtum is like a fork of two rivers, right? So if you follow the main river down towards the ocean, you get to Horitari. You'd have to cross one of the rivers, and then another smaller river, and then you hit Huxon.
Interesting. Okay.
That's multiple rivers.
I'm sure it's fine.
I mean, I don't know, guys. Like, so far, we have not crossed multiple rivers yet in a travel journey, so who the fuck knows what we can handle?
We haven't had a great track record with, wetness.
Waterways.
With water.
My
Wet
level 8 player.
Dare I say, the moistness is perhaps a problem for this party.
Apparently you do dare say that.
Yeah.
You sure did.
I'd like to point out that we're level.
You will say it.
We are level 5. I sent my level 8 players across a river the other week, and they nearly all drowned.
Proud of them.
Saying.
Oh my
I'm
God.
so proud of them. I don't know them, but I'm proud of them all.
Pocky nearly killed us with a damned river in the Tal'Dorei game.
Oh god,
yeah.
Friday's game.
Yeah, remember the fucking crabs, boys?
Yeah.
Yeah, the crab.
Crab is actually designed for this game, but we've already played through it, so Z can't get away with running it again.
Hey. What a shame.
Oh no.
I have replaced it.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's been replaced. And I
will there
honestly
be
have a
crabs?
feeling that we might have put up.
Oh.
If there's no crabs, I'm not interested.
Note to
This
self,
is a
add
crabs-only
crabs.
campaign.
I will simply not participate if there are no crabs.
So what's the plan, y'all?
Do we possibly want to take another day or so to the travel and that whole thing, or do we want to immediately just try and head out?
Nagi's good with either, really.
Same.
Yeah. Astra is going to go pick up the diamonds.
I'm in favor of taking another day because I'm going to have to head off, folks, because it's like half midnight and I need more painkillers than sleep.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Go rest, Amy.
Irene would also vote for taking another day because she's still got some tourist bullshit she needs to do, just like in terms of, things.
Night.
I think
Good night, Amy.
Good night, Amy.
Night. Was the hot springs Inn the only place that did have that sort of a...
At least advertised.
Yeah.
Damn.
My thought is that it could probably do us all some good to have a nice hot soak in.
Yeah.
There is a bathhouse, but you don't know if it's directly connected to the same magma vent.
Remember
Maybe not the same one, but it is probably connected to it because...
Remember the good old days when there was an inn with hot springs in Johnson?
Yeah,
Remember then? I sure don't.
Julius is still salty about that. He's like, I wasted good money on a good room to have some use of a hot tub, and like...
Julius is salty about literally everything that's happened to him in his life. So
There's a right to.
Julius is salty about it.
To be honest, he has a right to be salty about everything that's ever happened to him, not gonna lie.
Valid, I guess?
Anyone who wants to have a bathhouse trip can have a bathhouse trip. It'll be a gold each.
Julius will for sure do that.
Yeah, sure.
Astra is also going to definitely want one.
Yeah, Nagi will do that at some point, but she's gonna spend quite a few hours beforehand wandering around, asking random people, see if anyone has seen anyone who resembles Ayase.
Make an investigation check.
Yeah. Investigation -1.
Oh, nice!
Oh, 20.
Oh, shit.
Oh, the nat 20. Okay. Giving a description, everyone's like, there are so many people that come through this town every fucking day.
Yeah. Until Nagi can draw a description is all she has to go by.
Julius, who has disguised self.
You do, if you give a name to one of the innkeepers, not the one you're staying in, but a different one, who thinks about it for a second, grabs his logbook, like flips it back a few pages, and goes, "Yeah, she was here."
When? Where did she go? Do you know?
A few months back? I don't know.
Okay, thank you. She'll smile and leave, and then just after she's out, she'll just look really sad and head into the bathhouse.
Oh, sad baby.
Listen, I wasn't gonna give you fucking anything because this town has so many travelers in it. There's no fucking way. But then a nat
and I
20.
rolled a nat 20. Yeah.
You get a confirmation she stayed in an inn here, but you got nothing else.
Yeah. That's a location she's been to.
Yeah. So the bathhouse is nice at the bathhouse.
Yeah, it's nice, and it probably lets us all just get some fucking unwinding.
Mm-hmm. It is
It's a
warm.
enough vibe.
They offer you some tea.
Are we bathhousing?
Yep.
Yeah.
Are we all
doing it
naked?
Are we doing it together at different times, or?
I'm not sure that we're there yet to do like bathhousing all together, like as a group. I'm not sure we're like emotionally there.
I mean,
Yeah, 'cause,
Julius doesn't mind in any sense, but he probably won't.
Yeah,
ask for
Julius.
it.
Because Julius is a hot boy.
He don't care.
Nagi just doesn't care either way, but it's not something she'll go out of her way to do. But I just ask.
Listen. I know Julius Cannon artwork is shirt open, but I think thinking about Julius completely shirtless is gonna make something in here short circuit.
Oh no!
Oh my god!
I mean, oh boy, I betcha. Oh.
Well, he's gonna be more than shirtless in a bathhouse.
Stop.
Moving on.
Parker. He does put his hair up, by the way, Parker.
Okay.
He goes into the bathhouse, so
Yeah.
if people ever see him, yeah.
I mean,
if you're all getting
Granny
like
is
separate...
not taking a bath with all y'all, by the way. Even if everybody else's granny's having private granny time.
Oh, Alex
with the
is
children.
is not either.
Alex is not public bathing. No way.
Yeah, I don't think Nagi is either. I think because she went after, she did all the looking for Ayase.
Yeah.
So.
Julius
has a private bath.
Okay, private baths, 1 gold each of you.
Cow bath.
Julius, you're a little too far north for any of the staff to...
Okay. I just wanted to say it because the people in our group might notice it, but it is what it is. Yeah. I
Min
think he doesn't
definitely-
take too... Yeah.
Definitely expends all 3 charges of the hat to make 3 more frogs and just hides them in the towels, like the complimentary towels or whatever, just around.
I
Bastard.
love Min.
I do too. Oh my god.
You all get some nice tea. They offer you a little sandwich.
Aw,
Sandwich.
Sandy.
So, can I just say that I sort of want to get the Revivify diamonds, or are you gonna have me go back through and
You can
copy?
you can
Okay.
fucking get...
I wanted to make sure.
At some point, Granny would like to take a moment and cast Sending.
Okay.
To Shay.
To Shay.
Okay.
To Shay. And just say, Shay, dear, it's Granny. I just wanted to tell you we've made it safe back to Joxenham, and I hope you're doing well. Stay safe, dear.
There's a pause and then a reply. Glad to hear it. I'm trying. People are a little weird about everything. Dad and I are staying with Soto. Aurelios are mad you left.
Sucks to suck.
Nice. All right. Granny will remember this. Thank you. That is what Granny does with her first 3rd level spell slot that she spends.
Proud of her.
Congrats.
Made the right choice.
Are you happy I cast a spell other than Magic Missile, Parker?
Shut the fuck up.
Variety.
Anyway. Does anyone else have anything they want to do the rest of the day?
No, I think it is a recoup day. Aster is possibly playing more with Clay, but it's less aggressive. It's more of a sort of
meditative act. Meditative.
Yeah.
Julius spent most of the day trying to soak up some sun, and then went to the bathhouse to chill out.
Does he tan?
No.
Okay.
It's just reasons for him to enjoy the sun. That's all.
All right. I was
He's
just
actually
like,
part
do people
lizard.
Tan in general, like, do they? Can people?
He's actually
I mean,
cold-blooded.
he's a little bit tan if you look at his picture. He's like kind of a
Right.
dusty.
But like, can he get
True,
tan?
but-
Can
Probably.
siblings get tan?
Probably.
No, you see, he's actually cold-blooded. He needed a heat rock to soak some sun up on, and
Yes, he's a cold-blooded killer.
Sure.
Yeah.
Sure. Bud.
No.
Sure.
Sure, Jan.
And you spend the rest of the day in Joxenham. Just chilling.
Chilling, recuperating.
The next morning. What you doing?
Okay.
Let's get out of Jackson.
I think we're able to head out.
Catch stream.
Yeah, you missed some Stormy earlier. Because while the whispers were going on, I kidnapped Stormy and was letting her be on.
I love the fluff on your son.
My son?
Just yes, your son.
Yeah.
Just the fluff.
Touch
Lancey.
the tail.
He's
There's
so
so much-
pretty.
So much fluff.
Pretty
He's
boy.
just a fluffy boy.
He's a very fluffy boy.
Just want to put my fingers in his fluff. Just want to like.
He looks so
Put my
soft.
face in his tummy.
He got tummy right here.
What a good tummy.
He's
So,
too sleepy.
Okay.
Y'all are gonna
So
try to
we're heading out?
fucking hunt these two things down?
Yeah.
Apparently.
So there is a road heading east to Haxan.
Oh, did we did we get a description of the beast that we're supposed to be hunting from the Lord dude?
You have a warning of wings, an ability to fly. Other than that, it says description muddled.
Okay.
Oh,
that's,
good.
Okay.
Always good.
Because I was like, what random thing are we gonna have to kill and bring to this Lord? Yeah, that was all I needed to
Well,
ask.
it
Sorry.
probably won't be different again.
It does tell you that the beast, the Lord, is sort of commissioning you to find. It has been spotted more like kind of like almost directly between Haxan and Jopsinum, whereas the wolf is much closer to Haxan itself, just outside the outskirts.
Okay.
How many days travel would it be
How many-
between the two?
It is approximately about a week.
Okay, so about like maybe 3 or 4 days in, we might find it.
Mhm.
The beast.
Maybe
Okay.
less because you all are adventurers and you're not carrying a bunch of like merchant caravan or anything. But
Okay.
little less than a week.
Okay.
So yeah, maybe 3 days in. The wolf
Okay.
should be closer to Haxan itself, just outside the agricultural sections.
Cool.
We
Neato.
can do that.
Yeah.
Because you have tiny hut. I'm not going to be super kind of pressy about doing watches every night.
Because even if there was something that can't get it in.
If you were in areas that are like particularly like large and high CR creatures in, I would be like, let's do some watches.
Yeah.
But this is a well-traveled road between two fairly prosperous towns.
So not a lot of like bandits and stuff then.
Not really, no. And even if
Okay.
there are, you've got a tiny hut.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I will say that
we got a
once
tiny
we're
hut,
not in the swamp doing the tiny hut, Irene makes the outside more like fun color
Oh,
instead of like camouflage swamp color. Like just fun. Anything that she thinks the kiddos will like, she will do.
oh,
I love my grandma.
same.
Yeah.
She loves you too.
She is the best of us. She is the best of us, honestly.
So, 3 days in of relatively peaceful travel. At about roughly the 2 day mark, like the 1 day mark, there's a small pop up town, just kind of like Joxenum, but much smaller. No inn, just kind of a couple of merchants and some other travelers. But then after that, you are pretty much done until you hit the agricultural outskirts of Haxan.
Okay.
You hit that 3 day mark, and there is nothing but open road in front of you. What do you do to try to find this creature?
Nagi will look for signs to see if any such creature has been here, like maybe bits of animals that have been, eaten, or strange footprints, maybe signs, since it's wings, signs of a nest of some sort.
Yeah.
Make
Asp's
a
gonna
survival check.
Okay.
Yeah,
What?
can
For like rock outcroppings or trees that it looks like something big could something big and could use as sort of.
Can Alex also make a survival check?
I got a
You
19.
He's got perfect.
Oh, that's pretty good though.
Yeah, I was hoping for better with that +7.
So there is a small. Okay, so this part of the road is sort of built on a bit of a step plane. So there are large pieces of flat land at different elevations with some rocky outcroppings in between. This part of the road runs between two of those rocky outcroppings. One goes lower, one goes higher. So there is a bit of a sheer cliff to your left. DM has to Stormy.
Stormy.
She's just a baby.
Where's the kitty?
Look at her little baby face.
Look at her little muzzle.
Besides
There's only
that,
one cat, and it's her. Oh my goodness. Okay, maybe there's 2 cats. Object permanence. Object permanence.
Sorry, we're distracted with cats.
You're good. Other than that, there are the area is heavily forested.
Okay.
Nagi and Alex.
Hello.
Alex, both of you get there do seem to be on the side of the road, particularly in one little outcrop, like a little bit of a dugout section, there seems to be what looks like a meal place for something big, some strewn apart animal pieces. What looks like one must have been a horse at one point, but it mostly looks like forest animals kind of dragged here and eaten. Nagi, there are a few tracks here and there of what look like something large and sort of clawed. And as you but there's a lot of them, sort of scattered about. I mean, there's not a lot, but what there is, it's very spread out along a couple of mile stretch of road.
Okay. Are they heading in any direction in particular, or?
They seem to be heading down the road further.
Okay.
And as you follow them, they start to get more and more numerous as it seems like multiple pathways of tracks kind of coalesce and move in the same direction. And then, a couple of hours in, part of the cliffside, the higher up cliffside, kind of bends in to create a sort of alcove among the stone. And that seems to be where most of the tracks are headed.
Okay. Guys, I think, the beast, the winged beast thing, she does like little flappy arm things. I think it's somewhere around here, maybe there, and she points to where the little alcove where the tracks are headed.
Yeah, probably.
I mean, we should be cautious not to just barge in there.
I can go sneak ahead and, see if I can spot anything.
Alright, make a stealth check.
Okay.
Ooh.
Nicely done.
Yeah.
What is you sort of using the foliage to your advantage, you kind of press yourself up against the rock face and kind of kind of head into this alcove with the party sort of hanging out behind you. And there, perched on a rocky outcropping, there are actually two creatures. Both with very large wings, and multiple heads and a tail.
Oh, would I know this? Not Nagi. Would I know this as a chimera?
You would know this is a chimera.
Okay. Nagi is going to go. Nagi's just gonna think "Yikes City" and then snake back out and then explain to them what she saw.
They both have different sets of heads.
Okay.
Which might explain the sort of confused description.
Yeah.
Okay, so I know why the description was so weird now. So, like, there's two of them. There's more than just one, and they have multiple heads of different animals and like stinger tails and
Catstream.
Rogue.
Yeah.
We are returning to Catstream.
Rogue.
Baby boy.
Rogue.
Aw. Didn't he have his belly shaved?
No,
that was.
Oh, okay.
I don't know the name of the
He just baby.
Oh.
baby.
What's the name of the other cat that you have?
Migsby, right?
Me?
Migsby. Yeah, Migsby.
Misby, yeah.
Misby.
Misby, sorry.
They're both so cute.
They're just
baby.
little bastard babies.
D&D is just a bunch of gays sitting around and rolling dice and then taking a break to look at cats and then going back to rolling dice. That's all D&D is. That is all it is.
Yes.
So,
baby.
Anyone can make a nature check if they think they might be able to identify it as a chimera.
I would like to
Yeah.
try.
You can try.
I would
Also like to try.
I'm what
Back to the
What type
Julia
of head-
Sevens.
Oh, Irene. Irene.
What were you saying, Joe?
type of heads did it have?
Oh, yeah. There we go. Yeah. What kind of heads, Parker?
Julius, Irene, no fucking idea.
Yeah.
Aster, chimeras.
Yeah.
One of them had
just a little bit of tiredness into his expression, and it's just little shake of the head.
So there is so one of them, so both of them have a very lizard-like head.
Okay.
One of them has a lion's head and a goat's head, and the other has what appears to be a different large cat, and a dog's head.
Huh.
And there was two. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So possibly our best bet is to try and lure one of them and then deal with the other?
Yeah, how do we lure it though? Like, we can't pretend to be like livestock, right?
You said they were one was bigger and one was smaller.
One was slightly bigger than the other, yes.
Only slightly, okay. So it's not like a baby.
Can like one of you guys create illusions or something?
I can make
Yes.
sounds.
I can make sounds and images.
I might
I
be
can
able to
make-
make sense.
I mean, we could probably combine all three of those, right? Sounds, images sent to.
My concern is if they're a mated pair, if we mess with one, the other's gonna.
Yeah.
I mean, if they're defending a nest.
Yeah, that's
Well,
another
I'd
thing. There are
say-
two of them.
Would ask to know if chimera tend to be solitary or pack or.
Chimera roll. Yeah, you already rolled a really good nature check. Chimera tend to be either solitary or small packs.
Okay.
To find a mated pair together, living together, is not uncommon.
Okay.
It is a little bit late for them to have any active younglings, though.
Okay, so we're not
Okay,
gonna
that's
orphan
important.
a bunch of babies.
Listen, if there was an orphan chimera cub, Nagi would keep that in a heartbeat.
No.
They
Listen, she couldn't find any pets in the market. It's only fair.
Julius holds up the frog in his pocket.
Oh, bad
We
news
have
about the frog,
some-
by the way.
Is it gone?
Yeah, it disappears in an hour, unfortunately.
He like grabs in his pockets and he's like, "My friend is gone."
Oh no!
Jeremy, where did you go?
So chimera cubs are typically born like in late winter and then grow through the spring. And then
Makes sense.
relatively young in their sort of life cycle, they are set free. They're fairly independent at a kind of a younger age, younger than a lot of other creatures. They're not like grown. If you saw these two's babies, it'd still probably be like relatively kind of adolescent cub, but they're kicked out of the home pretty early.
Crocodiles.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, if they are a mated pair, as soon as we start messing with one, the other's going to show up.
Yeah.
We might be able to deal with them both at once. Really know our chances.
It's probably better if we can, like, set traps and separate them.
Well, I can give somebody a bit of a jolt in their speed, make you hit quite quicker than you usually would.
Taste,
okay.
taste.
Baby.
Speediest grandma ever.
No. Speediest monk ever. Put it on the fucking monk.
We all want to see fast grandma.
I mean,
Also,
we do, but it's not the right time.
Also,
That's
Grandma, don't you have slow? Or do you have
Granny doesn't have it yet. Granny will have it next
okay.
level.
You took Tiny Hut. That's right.
I did take Tiny Hut, yeah.
You can take 2 spells when you level up
I
as a
also
wizard.
took Sending.
Oh, that's right.
Because
Sex.
Grandma.
Being sexy.
Grandma has her
Okay.
priorities straight.
It doesn't work for what I was hoping. Okay.
So, are we trying to do a livestock illusion? Are we trying to do that? Is that our strategy?
You could do
I
a
mean,
wounded
it
chimera.
worked. It worked for Vox Machina, just
Yeah, I
saying.
was gonna say, are we Vox Machina now?
We could do so. Irene, you said that you had a way to make an illusion, correct? What if you did a wounded chimera cub crying? Maybe they would come out to investigate?
What does that chimera cub sound like?
I assume
I was
like
going
a
to say, I'm
lion.
not entirely sure what a wounded chimera cub looks or sounds like, so my artistic interpretation may not be entirely realistic enough to rely on in this instance.
We could just do like a sheep or something.
We could do a sheep or something.
We might be worth doing something.
Is it insensitive to do a cow?
That is, I feel.
There is one slight problem with this plan. We have to be within. In order for me to do the spell, I have to be within 30 feet of it, which means they're probably going to catch mine.
Which spell?
The spell to create the sound. Out of character thaumaturgy.
Okay.
Well, I don't know what ranges are on any of my spells, so let me see what that is.
Minor illusion should be 30 feet also.
Irene had. Well, I was thinking silent image, which is 60.
Oh, that one. Yeah, that one's a lot better.
Also,
Hell yeah.
I do have silent image at will, so you don't have to waste the spell slot for that.
Okay, well,
okay, cool.
But Irene can do. So Irene, because she can do the sound with minor illusion, but it's 30 feet.
Yeah, well, I mean, we could probably find some nice place to set up and hide near here. There's like trees and stuff, right? We could.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, we could. We're probably gonna do all this setup, and then like they're both gonna just find us anyway. So
Probably.
what's the fucking point?
I'm going to pull you guys over.
Oh, a map.
Fancy.
Well, that's
Yeah, there's like this little cropping back here. Well, there's this trees over here, this outcropping right here. We could hide in any of these
We could
places,
even
really.
stay right here for them to come out, and then we could just fire at them, I suppose. And we could just fire.
That's true.
I mean,
Either way, I think the minor illusion would be interesting.
we may as well fuck around and make a cow or something, right? Like, there's no point in not making a cow.
You could make something just, mooing. And
There is one right here.
Yeah, once again,
You don't have to make a cow. There already is one in the party.
We already have a cow.
Just push Alex out there. Alex goes moo.
It's a little bit like a microaggression.
Yeah, I think that's a microaggression, actually. Never mind.
You could make a dog bark.
That is some discrimination in the workplace, all right, lads?
God.
How about you make a dog barking? One of the heads was a dog, right? Obviously,
That's
they'd come
true.
out for that.
I can do that.
Possibly.
I do know what dogs sound like.
But I think they like to eat bigger things than a dog.
It can be a big dog.
Really big dog.
Oh,
That's true.
Why is that the fucking logic? Oh, I think I can eat bigger things than dogs. Bigger dog. Just make the dog bigger. Just make the fucking dog bigger.
Bigger dog. No problem.
I don't see the issue in this.
Yeah. Julius,
Can we
I had a plan,
shoot fine?
the plan I had. Okay. So,
Sheep good.
so do we want to do something illusionary and draw one of them out, or do we want to try and take our chances with?
I mean, we could just draw them out, so we have things prepared before they get to us, instead of just walking in and then attacking, because they won't be surprised necessarily.
We also don't know if they hunt as a pair or if it's out.
I mean,
not the right season for cubs, so there's probably not one staying at the nest.
Well,
either way, if we draw them out with an illusion, the initial focus will be on the illusion and not on us, which gives us time to hide and perhaps surprise them. And the element of surprise is always advantageous.
Instead of running in there, or because there's no way for us to innately draw them out one at a time, unless somebody has some mind powers they want to express.
Doggy thinks really hard.
Not those kind of mind powers.
Nope, no mind powers. I tried.
Good job.
Thank you for trying, dear.
Like Sally just goes, I got my crossbow.
I
won't be able to do it today, but if we can keep them from catching us, I might be able to do something.
Something?
I don't know if that's a good idea.
Could just...
I think we'll be fine after using the illusionary dog, and then
Is it going to be a dog, dear, or is it going to be...
I don't know. I think it should be like a cow or a horse or something.
Oh, horse is fun.
They did eat horses. Like, we figured out that they eat horses, right?
I don't think we should use a cow.
We should not use a cow. We'll not use a cow.
How about a horse then?
A horse? I think a horse is acceptable.
You can make it sound like the jingle jangle of the saddle or something.
Or I could make it sound like horse noises as well. Just the noises the horses make.
They're not
but the jingle jangle is also good. There's options. I could switch it up if one doesn't seem to be drawing their attention. I can switch to the jingle jangle.
All right, jingle jangle lady.
We should probably take a moment to hide and position ourselves and
Exalia's hiding.
Do some
Julius
stealthy
is also gonna hide. I don't know what he's gonna.
Doggy's gonna hide near here.
Yeah, Asta's gonna try and tough himself. This.
Who has shit stealth?
Yeah.
I
have shit.
Okay, Julius has
Nin's
pretty
gonna.
good stealth.
cast invisibility on you.
Nice, Julius.
Um,
Good job, buddy.
I have disadvantage.
Oh, you have disadvantage?
Yeah, well, it's too late now.
Oh, yeah, that's true, I guess. Oh, well.
Let's see what my stealth is going to be like today.
Oh no!
Oh no, Alex!
Oh, wait, I can cast it at second level. You both get invisibility. Or third level.
Too late.
No, I mean, it has to be at third level, because that's all I've got.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
Yeah, so you get that one. You get the 13.
Julius, 19. Okay, yeah, that's plenty of room. No harm there.
Oof.
I also,
Oof, Nin.
well,
Yeah,
I don't want
it casts it on
to
itself.
thaumaturgy because casting that would break the invisibility.
No, it only does that if you do something that it requires an attack or a save or something.
Right. It's not.
Yeah. It's not any
it's not-
cast anything.
Okay.
So we're doing a horse.
So
Yes, horse.
yes.
Okay, so Nin's doing the image, Irene is doing the sound, and Aster is doing the smell of a horse.
Horse
Yeah.
in a hospital.
This plan has required so many resources.
Julius can aid in
fine.
the horse smell because he also has thaumaturgy.
Yeah. So lads can do thaumaturgy. Who can lay a sort of thaumaturgy. Also,
General horse
congratulations,
stink.
Aster. I'm proud of you.
Just
What's the range? I guess it doesn't really matter, but
30 feet for thaumaturgy.
so like here-ish is where we want to put the horse.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I think
probably.
so.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, yeah, and that'll be far enough for
Um,
Aster to reach it too.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
Julius
Julius.
gets the little bit
Uh,
of this area for horse smell.
yeah.
I'm gonna roll intelligence checks.
good times.
Come on, beasties. Oh no.
Oh,
Look at them.
-4. That's rough.
-2. I'm so fucking proud.
Aster's going to keep an ear out for movement, and he's basically going to be readying Raven Feeblement for as soon as.
Mm-hmm.
They're so stupid. Why are they so stupid? I love them.
So this one over here gets kind of interested by the horse and takes off the cliff edge and sort of starts to approach. The other one kind of comes around the corner a little bit and just kind of stands there as if watching just to make sure. It gets up to the horse body, the invisible horse, and then the illusionary horse, and it's up in the air, and then it drops like a drop attack on this horse, and then goes right through it and hits the ground, and it.
Nice.
At that point, if given the chance, Aster's going to cast the Raven Feeblement.
Go for it.
Spiritual weapon from
Go for it.
Julius.
Raven Feeblement was the only action I heard.
Oh, I wrote it down in chat. I'm sorry.
Oh, good to know it's case, yeah.
I'm just sending the text.
Mm-hmm.
Hopefully this will work.
3rd level spiritual weapon is what he's gonna cast. I think.
Come on. Okay. Ranged spell attack. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Oops. That's
As I hopefully can cripple its damage. Now, do I get advantage on that because I'm currently?
Yes. It didn't know where you were. No.
Oh no, it just deleted the
Cool.
thing. Hold on a second.
Come
I
on.
somehow deleted the pop-up window for rolling shit. What the fuck? Okay, let me restart this. Hold on.
Okay. I will, however, be back in a quick second. And then I will roll that spell attack roll. It's just I very quickly need to.
There we go. So I'm gonna put down Julius's spiritual weapon just so it's there.
You can make your first attack with it.
Yeah.
Do we get a surprise round for this, or
Yes, you will all have to roll initiative. Yes.
Okay.
Spiritual weapon. He's doing it at the higher level. I forget.
3rd.
26 to hit?
Yeah, that'll hit.
Alright, nice.
You're rolling like shit for these chimeras.
Oh, I rolled so bad for initiative.
15 force damage.
Okay. 15 force damage on a chimera. Roll
Now,
your range
I'm just gonna-
attack.
Yep.
And then I'll need everyone to roll initiative as well.
Yeah.
Alright.
Ooh, and he rolled good on initiative too.
20.
Good job, Julius.
I'm just gonna roll this
Finally,
twice.
things are coming up, Julius.
I know. Look at those rolls.
Yeah, that'll hit.
As generally the invisibility breaks as
Nice, Alex.
crippling
Nice.
Champ.
energy curls
Mm-hmm.
after and basically wraps itself around them. I will roll Ash's initiative.
Ooh, I'm gonna play some fight music.
That cow is fast, lads. That is fast.
I needed to
cow.
put the skirmish music on.
Oh, okay.
Thank you for
Now
reminding
I need to put a a concentration marker on Ash, and I need to and would you be willing to put a marker on the chimera just to signify that it is?
Yes,
No.
give me 1 second.
I didn't fucking click Irene like a dumbass. Hold on, I need to re-roll to put her on the tracker.
I always forget.
So
She got a 19.
this is actually the first time I've had a tournament, and it's turned out quite well.
Yeah.
Okay, you all
I
do
do
get a
not have
surprise round.
23 level.
Irene should have been a 19, but I was a dumbass.
You all get surprise rounds except for Alex and Nin.
Boo.
The bad stealth.
Mm-hmm. So Exalia will go first.
Does she not go? Well, fortunately, she is shooting from stealth, so it does get advantage. So
if it hits.
Sneak.
No, it did not hit, unfortunately.
Oh, was that meant to be short sword?
No, but they're the same modifier. So she'll use full attack. And that one will hit. However, she does not get sneak attack for that. Or does she?
Yeah, she does.
Yeah.
How
It's
do
the
I
first attack you hit with.
Hold on, her sheet's
Who
being...
she is an assassin is. Oh god, give me a second. I'm having a look at assassin.
Assassin.
Paladin.
Assassins get a crit if they have or actually if they surprise they get a crit and
Oh yeah.
they get a
It's not
sneak
crit
attack.
phase.
Yeah, and they also get auto sneak attack if they have it.
In
if the creature hasn't gone yet.
addition, you score against a creature that is surprised is a critical hit. And this
Alright,
is a surprise round.
then she fucking... Goddamn, okay.
Does damage.
Mhm. We're gonna roll just 2. Okay.
That should be 3d6. No, did she multi-claw?
You wouldn't know, buddy.
That shrug, though.
No, that is
That shrug,
Meta.
though.
me metal. Because I think I remember Amy saying something about that. So
Okay. She fucking plants a hell of a bolt right into one head's jawline, and it's
Nice.
nasty. It's nasty.
Nasty.
Yikes.
Nasty.
And it is Julius' turn.
Alright, He's going to, as his action, cast Firebolt and try to hit it. And then
Okay.
let's see, 15 to hit.
That will hit.
Nice. 12 points of fire damage. Heck yeah. And then as his bonus action, he is going to try and hit with a spiritual weapon again.
Mm-hmm.
Is that gonna go? 14 to hit. I don't think that hits, does it?
That just hits.
Oh, just hits? Nice. Okay. 13 force damage.
Okay.
That is all he
This
can
thing
do.
looks rough.
Damn.
Julius seems pleased with himself, and then he hides behind the thing again.
Faster.
Actually, it's to Irene because I rolled a 19
right.
and I forgot to do clickers, so she's in the wrong spot. I'm sorry.
Okay, Irene.
Okay. It will be very quick because she's going to cast Ray of Frost, and that is it.
Okay, roll an attack.
That is a 24.
That'll hit.
Nice.
There's 9 cold damage.
And its speed is reduced.
Yes.
Okay. After.
Aster's gonna bring up his own spiritual weapon. Probably behind it. And follow that up with Toll the Dead. So I'll roll the spiritual weapons attack, and then I need a wisdom save from you, please.
Toll the Dead.
Come on.
Okay.
Jesus.
Come on. Fuck yeah.
I need to let my cat out. Hold on.
Spiritual weapon. Hopefully that'll roll the attack. Come on. Come on. You can do it. Fuck yeah.
That'll hit. And so will the Toll the Dead.
Yep. 2d12.
Mm-hmm.
Come on. That's a pretty solid round.
You're just fucking taking chunks out of this thing.
Hell yeah.
Get fucked.
Nagi, it's your turn.
Yeah. Nagi is going to just run up right here and whack whack.
Whack 'em.
Okay.
Let's see.
That hits.
And then unarmed strike. And
Dead. It's fucking
it's
dead.
Nice. Good job, Nagi.
Perished. I'm sorry, Perky. Did you want to like do damage this round or like nah?
I mean,
Please start
let's not
off
get-
the DM.
let's not get too smug. There's another one over there.
There's another one over there that
Zero at the
moves
end.
like no.
Look, I know my secret.
then Nagi will just glance over at the other one tauntingly.
Mm-hmm.
And that's her turn.
This is a surprise round, so it doesn't get to go. Alex,
Hello?
how are you going to kill this other chimera in a round?
Get him.
We all came to a planet.
Got so distracted by Steve. Oh my god. Okay.
Oh, I can remove the concentration.
Okay. Well, first I need to get the line of sight. Hold on, actually don't. Sorry.
It's all good.
Poppy, you shouldn't bite your nails.
Thank you.
I can move there, right?
Yep, you can move there. This thing is up on a ledge, yeah.
Just the first level.
Go for it.
26. Oh, we're still at disadvantage. Sorry.
That's a natural 20. Fucking roll damage.
Nice.
And then is that just like doubling it or?
Roll the dice again.
Okay.
So apparently we cannot talk when we actually.
Anything else you want to do, Alex?
What?
Anything else you want to do, Alex?
Does anyone need healing?
No one needs healing. No,
Oh.
I haven't gotten a chance to do shit.
Because we had a hell of a surprise round.
Yeah.
And then
No. Oh god, yeah. Minecraft Steve really did just like wipe out all comprehension of what was happening.
It's all good. I've literally done the same thing in my brain before.
That's it.
Kaka, I'm sorry that we mulched your chimera.
Don't apologize until the mulching is complete.
Yeah. There might be a third one around the corner.
I hope so.
Okay.
So that was
Exalia's turn.
And Exalia gets advantage on the short bow shot again.
Uh-huh.
Creature hasn't gone yet.
I am so sorry.
Because guiding bolt as well.
Oh, fuck it. Nice.
10. Bonus action.
I love you,
fucking-
girl.
She'll shoot again. No sneak attack though, and then she's gonna hide. I said no sneak attack, motherfucker. So that's just 5. Oh. Bonus action hide.
Not very well.
Not very well at all indeed. Julius.
Oh, cool, he has just enough room. Julius is going to move the spiritual weapon 20 feet towards the other guy, which he's able to do just barely, and try and take a swing of him.
Take a swing.
Spiritual weapon. 13.
Miss! Miss! What have you missed?
Alright, firebolt! As his action then.
Go for it.
22!
That'll hit.
9! 9 points.
Okay.
That's it.
Irene.
That's me. I'm gonna. It would be funny to do magic missile, but I won't. I don't need to waste spell slots on these things. Clearly.
Don't insult Parker. You know,
I'm not
Parker.
Parker.
Parker's gonna
I'm
add a
insulting
0
Parker's
at the end of
enemies.
this thing's
I do
speech.
need to move to. I'm just gonna like yeehaw my little self over like, I don't know, wherever a decent spot is for me to be, and then I'm gonna cast Ray of Frost.
Ray of Frost. Ooh, nice.
It'll hit.
8 cold damage.
And speed is reduced by 10 feet.
Yep.
Is that your turn?
Yep.
Aster.
Asta's gonna scooch on out to about here so that he can hopefully get eyeline on the.
Mm-hmm.
And I need another wisdom save, please. passes, I believe. It should pass.
Yeah,
Fuck, what's his... Yeah, it
It sounds
passes.
right to pass.
His DC
Yeah.
is 14.
Mm-hmm.
His DC is 14. I just had to quickly do some math.
Yep.
And then he's gonna shift this up and have it do very similar to Julia.
Mm-hmm. Make an attack.
I know, I'm getting there. I would like it if my sheet would stop lagging. I know exactly why it's lagging.
I like the idea of a spear and a scythe just like going after something. It's pretty dope.
It's very good.
Mm-hmm.
There are circumstances in which it might become more dope, but those are currently redacted circumstances.
Redacted circumstances.
You might have to re-roll because
Yeah,
it's
you
not
might have to.
showing up.
It's not popping up.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I only get
There it
the
is.
rolls, so
Ooh, nice.
So that'll hit.
yes, I want to cast it second level. God.
Six force damage.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, that's it.
Okay. Okay. Nin.
Just gonna move out over onto this rock, I guess. I'm not even gonna bother to hide. And 2 Eldritch Blasts.
Okay.
Eldritch Blight.
Eldritch Blaze.
Oh, there we go.
Nice.
Both of those will hit.
Ooh.
Oh, it should just be... No, it should be 1, I'm sorry. So the first one is just 9 points of damage.
So just 9 points.
Yeah.
Okay.
And... That is it.
Yeah, you might need to go in and tweak your Eldritch Blast damage to only do like the single D10.
Yeah, I didn't realize it was set to, both.
How high up is the thing?
It's currently up on a ledge. It is approximately about 40 feet up in the air.
Oh, I can't do anything then, so
Staying where you're at.
yeah.
It's this thing's fucking turn.
Oh no.
Finally.
I was so proud.
Okay. Here's the fucking thing, y'all. It's going to come up. It takes off into the air and ends up here.
Nice.
And I need Nin, Aster, Irene, Nagi to make me dexterity saving throws.
Oh, I
Cool.
figured.
Love that. Fun and good.
Fail.
Dexterity saving
Come on.
throw.
Computer, like I know you're mad at me for
Oh,
trying
that
to run video.
Granny.
I really deserved that nat one. I really deserved that nat one for the shit that I've been talking. Like that was 100% earned and justified.
Oof.
Okay, so Nagi fails,
I'm
Irene
rolling Aster.
fails, Aster fails, Nin passes.
Ooh.
So the three of you will take this full damage, and Aster will take half. 31.
Ooh, ow.
Nin will take 31.
Ooh.
Oh my fucking
Does that take you
god.
all out?
As the lizard head opens its mouth and out this fire breath out onto all of them.
We
This
probably
is what
deserve that.
Oh, 100%. We absolutely deserve it.
We just Goodfellowed its spouse.
Now, does anyone go down from that?
Nope, not Nagi.
I'm much too sexy to be defeated by one of Parker's beasts, so
Yeah, 'cause you're tough currently.
It's then going to move a step forward, use the last of its movement, and finish off its multi-attack.
Ooh.
A horn attack at Aster and claws at Irene.
Cool.
Oof.
Ooh, not Granny.
Okay. Okay.
think it hits either of you.
I don't think either of those hit.
Yeah, no. Astral basically,
it does not.
I think it rammed into his shield.
Mm-hmm.
Its
head comes
barely
down.
missed Irene. It was one away from hitting Irene.
And just
Living that
scrapes
wizard life.
the air right above Irene's head.
Snowball hisses at your shoulder and you duck in time.
Yeah,
Alex, roll me a wisdom save.
Hello?
Roll me a wisdom save. Fire!
Oh
Hey, let's
Good
go!
boy.
You're fine.
Yeah, I'm fine. I'm fine. Why wouldn't I be fine? There's nothing wrong.
Experiences trauma. God.
There's only trauma in this cow. What are you talking about?
No one in
There's
this
nothing
party.
else in here.
No trauma in this party.
There's no there is trauma in the cow, but only a little.
Take your turn, Alex.
Okay. I mean, guiding bolt worked, right? I can just do that again.
Mm-hmm.
If that ain't my philosophy in every fucking combat, I can just do that again.
17.
That'll hit.
God, I'm loving the 20 wisdom. 11.
Nice. It's starting to look real rough, yo.
Excuse me. I burped.
Bless you.
Ixalia is not hidden, and so we'll only get normal rolls.
Well, aren't there people adjacent to it though?
Yes, but to give her advantage, it just lets her take the sneak attack.
Oh, you're right. You're right.
Yeah.
So that hits. That'll give her the sneak. That should have been with sneak, so I'll just roll her. Okay. And then she'll take the second attack.
Yeah, that's not right.
No sneak this time. Why is it odd? Okay. Odd. It's being weird for me. And she will bonus action hide. That's a much better stealth roll.
Yes.
Julius.
So this thing looks pretty hurt, right?
Mm-hmm.
Let's see if he can finish it off. He's going to, adjust his hand, and as he is casting, he's going to cast a 3rd level magic missile.
Okay.
Yeah, he doesn't have to do that right now. So that would be 4d4, right? Or is it?
Mm-hmm. That'd be
5d4. Yeah.
Magic missile.
Why is there a 5d4 plus 1 force damage?
Plus 5.
Plus 5.
Plus 5 for each
plus 1 per dot.
Oh, oh, okay. Gotcha.
No, plus 1 for each dot.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
Since there are 5 dots, you get plus 5.
Yeah.
Mhm.
14 points.
Oh, that's some rough magic missile damage, actually.
Yeah, that's not great. But 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 right into its hide.
Is there anything else he wants to do? I think that might be...
It looks real bad.
Yeah, yeah, he can't bonus action do anything else, so he's just gonna chill out.
It's starting to regret this real bad.
Do it, Granny.
My roll 20 is big frozen, so you're gonna have to give me 3 seconds
It's all good.
to hopefully make roll 20 not big frozen.
Murder real good, Grandma.
Get it! We've set you up, Grandma!
Granny really is not big about violence.
She got
You
the
can tell
last
that
kill.
through her
she can
spell
do it
choice.
again. Granny has killed once, she can kill again.
Granny has literally 1 damage cantrip. Okay. Okay,
Granny
got my
has
sheet open.
killed and will kill again.
Yeah.
That'll hit.
Oh,
Nice.
Come on, Granny. 15 cold damage.
shit.
Dang.
It's just barely standing.
No!
Well,
So close.
Granny doesn't do anything
because
on
Granny, punch it to
close
death.
range.
Sneeze on it.
Disadvantage.
disadvantage. Well,
Yeah,
fuck,
would have been disadvantage. Yeah,
I
thank
will
you.
roll again to see if I fail.
Do
Open
even
my sheet
better.
again, please. Open my sheet again, please. Open my sheet again, please.
Oh no.
Misses.
All right, in which case you do not take 15 points of cold damage. Granny simply vibes. Looking really fucking injured.
Oh, Granny.
Oh wait,
After.
if, never mind. I can't
Okay.
do that now. I forgot he might have been able to heal, but no, he can't because he did too high of a level spell.
So. Oh, come on. Come on.
Murder it, son
Get up.
boy.
Pass
Come
the
on,
spell.
son boy. Do what Granny couldn't.
Son boy, come on.
Do Granny proud.
Get him.
I'm getting there. I'm getting there. So, first things first. Everyone who got hit by the fire breath gets back. Yeah, I can only do it at 3rd level. Fucks.
Seven
Points.
HP.
Woo.
Love that for me. Back to double digits. Barely.
It's not much, but it's better than
10 is better than 3.
much like 15 is better than 8.
Yep.
And I need another wisdom save, please.
13. That failed.
That's a my thing is lagging.
Murder.
Son boy.
Murder.
Steve Harvey, kill!
I have a bad feeling though that when we try and turn in these heads, they're gonna be like, "You just brought me a bunch of animal heads."
They cut it off the stingers. Well, there's the dragon heads and then the stingers.
Oh,
Oh, yeah,
true.
stingers
Why
would be
don't
a
we
good
Stingers
make
would
the
idea.
whole
definitely be
body?
Because they too
Yeah, I
big.
think the stingers are.
Not for a cow, man. Maybe.
Cow can't take both of them.
Well, not for Cowman and his extremely strong son.
Cowman and strong son boy.
14 points of necrotic damage as.
It is standing. Just barely. Nin,
Pew pew.
Pew pew.
roll your attacks.
I'm assuming that doesn't hit. So does Eldritch Blast, do you have to roll it twice or does it just...
You roll
Yeah,
twice. It's
roll
not.
twice.
It's not like.
Yeah, you roll.
Okay, so one for each beam then.
Yeah. Not
That
typical
one will hit?
cantrips. It's
How do you want to do
you get
this?
an extra beam every.
Yay,
I
Nin got it.
It had 2 HP. How do you want to do this?
I mean, I could still roll a 1, to be
You
fair.
could still roll a 1.
Nope.
Haha.
No, I didn't roll a 1. That's 9 points of damage.
Yeah. It's dead. How do you want to do this?
I didn't think I'd get this far. I mean, I'm just gonna shoot it in the chest. I don't have anything creative to do.
Fine. The necrotic energy splats against the chest where there are already open wounds hitting from the guiding bolt and the other spiritual weapons, and it just digs into the wound and gets under the skin, and not too much longer, its heart gives out.
There we go.
Also, it's force energy.
Force energy.
Flavored force energy.
Same fucking shit read in my brain. It's fine.
We know what you meant.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're okay.
And since people are injured, Julius is going to convert his sorcery points, all 5 of them, so he can get a 3rd level spell slot back. So he can use healing word on somebody. I think Granny.
Yeah.
Granny.
Actually, do that. Acid does reach out and then faint. It's almost this faint amber glow around his hands as he gently taps Irene on the shoulder. And I believe that gets you 5 points back. I just need to check the wording.
I would love 5 points back. That's tasty.
You could also just, take a short rest.
Could, but
Yeah.
I think it's better if Sunboy gives me 5 hit points.
That's true.
You solved my Chimera puzzle. Congratulations.
Murder.
Nagi's gonna start cutting off their tails.
We fucking destroyed your Chimera puzzle.
Make a nature check. This is
Nature,
not
not survival.
I'm gonna
nature or survival.
Look
Okay,
around
yeah.
their cave,
Oh, only 9.
the area just for anything interesting.
Make me a con save,
Wait,
Nagi.
that's not right. That can't be right. I did it at a higher level.
And an investigation, Nin.
Oh, wait, there we go. Okay.
Oh, Nagi!
Oh no.
Yeah.
Nagi,
Anyone want to help me investigate?
I would love to help you investigate.
Also, Irene, you got 14
you get
points
5
back.
points.
Oh, bless you.
Yeah. And you also got 5 back from after.
Yes. I'm doing great now.
Oof. Thank you for the help because
Because you need
That was
that
a
advantage moment.
Lord Jesus.
Oh,
God, you know,
I found nothing.
we tried.
Nagi, take 4 HP as the venom in the Chimera stinger bursts and it gets a little in your mouth and you're like,
This is nasty.
Nin, you find nothing. There's a shiny rock by the entrance.
Hell yeah.
Fucking yes.
Yeah, rock!
Goddamn rock.
And then she'll work on
my pack. I put it
she'll
with the
work-
moss.
And then she'll work on the other stingers just in case it'll get her extra
Can
money.
Julius
Get
check
some
the
extra money.
nest and see if there's any, cubs or anything in there, just to make sure there's...
Absolutely. There is no cubs in the nest.
Okay, no...
Alex, you find just strewn animal meat.
Shiny Chimera Nest Rock. That is in my item list now.
Good.
Yeah, you guys get the tails, the heads, whatever you fucking think that
Hell yeah.
will convince the Conjuro Lord that you did it.
Yeah. Yep. Does anyone else look particularly hurt still?
I mean, maybe Nagi and Aster, right? I thought you guys are the ones that were hit the hardest.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Oh, Aster is going to pump some healing into himself, but he's also doing combat medic of make sure of who else needs.
Yeah.
Nin's only 8 down, so she's good.
God, I wish that were me.
Should have made your saving throw, Granny.
I guess so.
I
deserve to fail that
Hey,
saving
Nagi?
throw, though.
Aster's going to put a 2nd level healing word into you. Also, you would have gotten the 7 hit points back from the mass healing word. Nice. Apparently, Aster is just rolling max on his healing today.
Good man.
He's just vibing.
Another 11 points back to Nagi.
I do think this is where I'm going to call session as we do healing and investigation and things like that.
Sounds good.
Yeah.
Fucking destroy
the session, yeah.
Sorry
So-
for murdering your monsters real good, but not that sorry.
I'm not sorry in the fucking slightest.
We got a really good first round.
Mhm.
We sure did.